Shame.
Nah.
Shame. Shame.
Nah.
That's all I'm
I
fucking
knew,
saying. I knew that as soon as I told you, that was like the type of reaction that I was gonna get from you. Or shame.
Shame.
Oh my god, dude! I love you guys. I missed you guys, man. I'm really sorry I couldn't make the pod yesterday.
Bro, when I saw Sydney's post first, and then I saw yours. I saw Sydney's post on Facebook, and I saw your post on Instagram about how Elijah said all he wanted for his birthday was for mommy and daddy to take him to Disneyland, and I was like, that is such a feeling to get from a child.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, I don't give a fuck about whatever else is going on in the world. I just want mommy and daddy to be with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that to me is a special fucking feeling. That's a special fucking feeling.
And there's such candor behind it because it's like
I'm sorry, I'm going live real quick. I don't know. Are you guys
We're all live.
Oh,
We're all
yeah,
live.
My bad. Okay, I'm going last.
I think there's such candor behind it because there's like it's such a simple truth coming from a child. Like, you know what I mean? Like they say, you know, there's the saying of like kids say the darndest things, you know what I mean? And
Now they say the realest shit.
it's just, you know, it's such a simple fucking request, bro. And for two adults who have the type of history that me and her have, you know, and me and her talked about it. Like we've known each other now for close to fucking 10 years. Like,
Known about what?
What's that?
Known about what?
No, like me and her.
Known each other. Oh,
Yeah,
I
we've known
apologize.
close to a fucking decade now. Like, you know what I mean? So close to a third of my life. And so with the thick history that we have, it's like such a simple request shouldn't garner such a reaction out of us. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be like, can we do it? Like, are we going to be able to handle this? Being, you know, like type of shit, like being around each other and not argue and blah, 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 blah. Like, but when you see the kiddos, it's like, yeah, man, like just shut up. Like, you know, just do it. Just,
Yeah, it's not like you guys fucking hate each other.
you know, there's moments, but
There's always gonna be moments though, bro, because it's history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Days that I fucking hate zero.
Fuck you.
I hated them today.
Bro, you know what I told her a long time ago? I told her, she's like, sometimes we just can't get along, Con. And I remember I was like, it's because I love you that sometimes I will just never get along with you. Like the things you say and the things you do are always going to rub me a certain way because I love you. You know, like I'm never going to be able to be unsensitive to the things you say, you know, and even, you know, through the past and us breaking up and everything, it was like I kind of had to learn how to turn that off a little bit, but still there was still
The
things,
love or the like
the reactionary part of she says something and I feel slighted by her, like, you know what I mean, or I feel offended, you know, like I kind of had to start separating, you know, I've really been into the saying of divorcing the idea from the person. So divorcing the statement from the person and saying she's just saying something, you know, or she's trying to bring something to my attention, not having a connection of my ex-girlfriend is saying this or my son's mom is saying this to me. I had to divorce that a little bit, and it's helped me tremendously. Boys, it's Tuesday or it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. But it's the usual Tuesday fucking podcast with your host, Korpsx of Korpsx Collection, and I am joined with the lovely, powerful, wonderful, and the handsome gentleman, Save 1 and 0%. Yeah, we are here live and direct.
Damn, I'm handsome, dog.
Oh, you guys are immaculate. I apologize, everybody. You know, we didn't make it yesterday. I was caught up on some flights traveling from California back here to Ohio. But I don't give a fuck. You know what I was saying? Because business comes first and pleasure is after. But I'm pleased to be with you guys again.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here. So we're here for your audio enjoyment, your visual stimulation. Yeah, and ooh, you like that?
Hey, I'm trying to be visually stimulated. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you about to
I
get
like that
foliation up in this motherfucker. But
oh, bro, you know what? You know what's funny that I was thinking about the other day. So I listened to multiple podcasts, right? And some of them vary from like 20 minutes long, 45 minutes long, an hour and a half long, and we do 2 hours, right? And I was like sitting there while I was driving to work. I was thinking to myself, dude, is 2 hours too long? Is 2 hours too long to listen to a podcast? I don't think it is. I don't think it is because genuinely, like what we do and how we do it, it's not that we typically stay on one subject for the whole fucking time. And I feel like there's never any dead noise. When there's dead noise, that's when you know the conversation is boring. You got to dead it. You got, move on with whatever. I think 2 hours is perfect for the amount for the 3 people that we have and the type of people that we all are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to pat ourselves on the back for a second, real fast, because
Yeah, good shit, guys. To be honest, no, it's been really cool. I think
what episode are we on? 35?
36.
36, gentlemen.
You know what's funny is that when Zero and I were at work today, a couple more people were like asking about the podcast. Like, well, what do you guys talk about on the podcast? What do you guys do? I didn't even know you podcasted. And I'm like, yeah, bro, like you guys need to check the socials, fucking go online and see what we do. And one of the guys was like, do you guys talk about work? Because Zero and I do it together. And I'm like, bro, we very rarely talk about anything work related.
Yeah, very rarely. It's.
All right.
I was gonna say, I appreciate you guys rocking with it for so long. I feel like I'm trying to be better at this, and I've gotten better with like streaming and stuff like that in general. But like I'm very commonly like do it for a good while, or maybe do it really, really like a lot excessively, and then I'll drop off like really hard. That's what happened like with TikToks. I'm trying to ramp up like videos and stuff like that, but one thing at a time. But this podcast has been really good to like get me in a rhythm of creating something every week.
But do you ever feel like, oh, I gotta fucking do the pod tonight?
The only times I ever feel that are when like I am busy with other things, and it's never like like fuck, I have to like talk to these people or like like think about something or whatever it may be. It's always like I just have a lot of shit happening all at once. Like a lot of things also are like my head in general, just like I'm overthinking about all of them all at either the same time, or like I have to do this but I don't have enough time for that, and then I have to like go do this over here. I want to run. There's a lot of things but it's never like fuck, I have to talk to these guys.
Yeah, I never wanted to get to the fact for listeners or even for us as hosts to be like, oh, we gotta do this again this week. You know what I mean? Genuinely, especially this week. Like I was super hyped to do it yesterday, but after today, like I was even more hyped to do it today because it's just like, I don't know, something about the presence of the 3 of us just shooting the shit with each other and not really caring about what the fuck we say, but really listening to the thoughts of each other. And then even with like chat chiming in and shit like that, it's just, there's just something about the presence of all of it, the mixture of one. What is it?
Yeah.
The serendipity of everything going on. Serendipity. What did I say? Serendipity. The serendipity of just all that working at the same time is just wow. That's all I have to say. And I genuinely want to know, because there's things in Zero's life that happens after work that I don't know about. There's things in your life, Korpsx, even though we've been friends for so long, that I don't know about. My same thing with me. It's like it's cool to recollect each other over the week and start off the week strong doing this, and then enjoying the rest of our week and talking about what happened prior the next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that even kind of, I think, there was a saying that really stuck with me was, with Dread, I used to ask him if he would get discouraged when we would have small sessions. And he said, as long as
Dread used to be somebody that Korpsx and I used to dance under, for context. Zero.
Yeah, for context.
He's our big homie.
And he would throw these sessions out in North Hollywood. And, I would drive out there and, especially when I was first starting off, like, I didn't give a fuck who was there as long as I could dance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I barely even need, I don't need nobody. Like, I could dance in this fucking parking lot by my damn self, bro. Honestly, like, like, I don't need nobody here, bro. Like, like I'm going to dance and I'm going to enjoy myself. But he made this statement is when two men are in accord, that God is present. And that always stuck with me, like, you know what I mean? And so I like, yeah, there's times where I'm like, fuck, the podcast is tonight, you know what I mean? And it's like Zero said, it's usually because I'm swamped with work and I'm just burnt the fuck out, like, but I know that I'm going to be in the presence when I'm with you guys. You know what I mean? Like when I'm with you guys and I'm in my covenant, that his presence is there, and I need that. Like I need that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like the older I've gotten and the more I've studied scriptures and stuff, and like, you know, masonry and everything, like the presence, being in accord with other individuals and being in the presence of that vibe and that feeling, you know, that energy is something I need. You know what I mean? And like I always tell it, like I said it before on the podcast, sometimes I count the fucking minutes, dude. It's like, fuck, okay, 5 more minutes and then I can finally be on the podcast, dude. Like I gotta get there. Gotta get there. Like let's just go. Let's get there, you know? So yeah, there's definitely times when it's exhausting, you know what I mean? And trying to make sure that you know, that we're entertaining and that we're on, you know what I mean? Like we're on the podcast, like, you know, but again, too, like I think that's why I'm glad that we don't put on, like we don't have like these characters that we put on, you know what I mean?
I was just about to say, yep.
There's no persona. Like of course I'm the misogynist, I hate women fucking persona that I put on from time to time.
Base.
Yeah, but you still get more DMs than anybody.
Right wing extremist, like, you know what I mean, that I put on. But you know, for the most part I just get to joke and have fun and just kind of talk my shit, whatever. And I think that's also a cool way to, you know, the because the topic for tonight I wanted to talk about was well, obviously, you know, is how far does loyalty go, right? How far does your loyalty go? And that's something that I feel like towards this podcast, I'm very loyal to it. I try to make sure that I clear the time for it. You know, if somebody's trying to plan something with me on a Tuesday, I'm like, you know, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you ain't got me. You'll have me, you know, from 8 to 10, I'm blocked. I'm blocked out. Don't even fucking ask. Like, I stopped going to Beast Camp sessions. Beast Camp Tuesdays, I stopped going because I'm on the podcast and I'm not about to leave Oxnard at 10 to get to LA by, you know, like 11:15, then to have to turn around and go back home within an hour and a half. I'm not doing it. Like, you know what I mean?
Because you still have something else that you love to do here.
Yeah, you know, so
session's always going to be there.
The session's always going to be there. And this right now, it serves a purpose for me that dancing just ain't serving for me right now. And so I'll go hit a session on a Wednesday or on a Monday or a morgue on Friday or something on a Saturday. I find my loyalty to dancing in other spots.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
especially when there's so many different times you can do that, whereas this is like pretty much one set time that we do this.
Tuesdays are day.
Like, yeah, and we all kind of have our input in on that. You know what I mean? Like it's we all know Tuesday is the day that we link.
And usually
something happens.
And usually Wednesday's lodge day for me, which is something I'm loyal to. You know what I mean? Like I was just telling a certain somebody, like, I'm never letting go of masonry. It's not that I couldn't let go of it. I could leave masonry right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm loyal to it. I'm loyal to the craft. You know what I mean? So I am thankful that our time that we've chosen, that even if we do push it to a Wednesday, I could still make the podcast because lodge is already over by the time 8 p.m. hits. So then I could rush home, get the shit set up, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
Speaking of, bro, I was rushing because I was at the liquor store.
Yeah.
Told you I was going to show you the bottle.
Let's see it.
I think this is, you know what's crazy? As much as I love Hennessy, as much as I haven't drank Hennessy in months, bro. And as much as I love it, I'm surprised that the Hennessy has never, ever, ever made an appearance on the podcast. But tonight, different circumstances, it definitely has. So I had to go out and buy a very special bottle of Hennessy.
It's blown out.
Woo!
And make sure that it is not that blown out.
I can't read it. Snoop?
You don't need to read it. It literally
I don't know. Well, how do I know if it's... It looks nice. It's a very nice box.
Is brought to you by Hennessy and Alcoholics.
God. Hey, Hennessy, sponsor the podcast. No, actually, don't. That would be bad news. That would be bad news if Hennessy. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, bro, because then he's gonna get all types of Hennessy sent to his house. Because I'm not drinking it.
I had to get this one because I have hella collector's bottles. This is the collector's bottle, but I gotta make sure I drink what's in it first. Tonight is a night that this is gonna get drank. I'm not drinking the whole bottle because I gotta work at fucking.
I was literally gonna say
no.
Whole thing.
It's definitely getting tapped tonight. I'm definitely drinking this. We're definitely gonna have a great fucking podcast. So this is a usual Tuesday inspired purchase.
Hey, let's
Hennessy Usual Tuesday edition.
Let's fucking go.
The usual Tuesday Hennessy edition.
Ooh, I'm gonna put that in the title. I'm gonna put that on the title on Spotify.
I'll drink enough for the three of us. How about that?
But gentlemen, so the question on the table is how far does your loyalty go? Yeah. And I kind of wanted to start off with how would you define someone being loyal to you? Like, what is loyalty to you? I guess we
can get a textbook definition first.
Well, but also I think I want to know like what you mean, because I think I expect different loyalty from different people.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Yeah, so I would say that.
Let me get the textbook definition out for you real fast.
Yeah, because loyalty that I would expect from a friend wouldn't be the same I would expect from a lover, right?
Quality of being loyal.
Based.
A strong feeling of support or allegiance.
Yes.
Allegiance is
being there for someone through the highs and lows and staying by their side regardless of the circumstances. That's an interesting one. Let me read that one more time. It says, being there for someone through the highs and lows and staying by their side regardless of the circumstances.
Regardless.
See, and my loyalty here came into question here recently. Because I'm friends with certain people who have made some certain choices. Ones that I don't agree with. Ones that I have had to have big boy conversations with them about, right, in private. And they know I love them. They know I love them, and in these choices they may have hurt some other people, right? And so I kind of got put in a position to where it's like, well, if you're friends with them and they did this to me, then you can't be my friend. And it's like, whoa. Yes, I can. Because your guys' dispute is you, and I could be here for both of you, right, and let you guys work this out amicably, right? I don't believe so much in the sow of division, especially if people came to me for my counsel, right, and they chose differently, and then we
talked about that today.
What was that?
No, Zero and I talked about that today.
Right, and so it's like, so you didn't listen to my counsel, and now you had X, Y, and Z events happen. You can't put my loyalty into question because I was here for you. My counsel was given during your lows and highs, and I'm trying to be loyal to both of you. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not picking sides in this. I love you guys. Like I love you both equally, and I'm no hands of vengeance. I'm not hands of morality. You know what I mean? I'm fucking the least moral fucking person to be questioning.
No, but that was actually going to be my question: is what if their decisions go against your morals?
Because you don't agree with them, so by nature it feels like it has to go against your morals.
Yeah, and now there's.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You can be in disagreement with somebody and it doesn't have to do with your morals.
I don't think you would disagree with it then. You'd be like, that's fine. No?
I may disagree with some of the things that Cisco enjoys sexually, right? But that doesn't necessarily go against my morals.
Wait. Say that one more time.
I may go against some of the things that Cisco enjoys sexually, right? Things that he would like to do with his partner. I might not quite agree with it, right? But that doesn't quite go against what I see as moralistic, right? Or
but we're talking about kind of the pleasures of somebody else. Don't like yuck somebody else's yum or whatever, however that saying goes.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about that specifically in this situation. We're talking about the actions of somebody that you would deem that not, I guess not immoral, but to some degree would go against your morality. It feels like because you disagree with it.
Yes.
Not to say that like they murdered somebody, like that would be fucked, but to some degree.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an example of something that I would agree with that doesn't have to deal with morale.
I don't know. Like everything that I could think of that you would disagree with or agree with that wouldn't go against your morality would be like my pleasures or your disgust. You don't like carrot cake, I love carrot cake. But that goes against nobody's morale.
But can't pleasure go towards morale?
I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, as long as it's like, let's say it's like some crazy sex act, as long as it's two consenting adults, you could disagree with it, but there's no morality there because if somebody was getting hurt, that's against your morale.
That's a fair point.
I get what you're saying.
Now, like politics is something too. I could say like people may have varying political ideas, but I wouldn't deem them as
Immoral.
going against immoral choices or going against.
Okay, well then that's probably the main one, right? Like you could disagree with somebody politically.
And my loyalty, right? So to bring it even back, my loyalty extends past political lines, right? Like it goes way fucking past that, dude. Like
mine doesn't. Left, or you're left out of my life. Okay.
Jeez.
No,
All right. Hey, well, thank you guys, everybody. That's been the usual Tuesday podcast.
Genuinely, I wouldn't even say I'm left. I'm left to you guys, but not left in general.
A friend puts his hand on his girl, and you're friends with both. No matter what she did, he's against your morals for violence against a woman. Oh yeah, absolutely. Anybody puts their hands on a woman in front of me, you're gonna get stomped out, and you're x'd out.
X'd out?
Unless he like pulls a strap or like some type of knife on you or something. We ain't doing all that.
Yeah, if I could see now, this is my thing. Is if I could see their arguments and if I could see their disagreements that are starting to reach a certain point, and I step in and I say, hey, you guys need to break this off. Like, look at where you guys are going. Look at where this is heading. Right.
Yeah.
And then an act of violence ensues after that. It's hard for me to cut both of these people off. Right. Because who's truly in the wrong? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, he is wrong for doing this. Absolutely. There's under no circumstance should we be putting our hands on women, and especially in a romantic relationship over romance. Right. Like I can understand
it's romantic.
Like, right. But like,
wait, think about what the fuck you just said. There's no reason that you should put your hands on a, what did you say? On a
woman in a
romantic relationship over romance, unless it's romantic. That's a bar.
but you know, because at the same time, I could look at her and say, you should have heeded my warning. You should have heeded my warning. Right. And now here I am having to doctor a wounded person and somebody who may have had this violent outbreak, but that's not who they are. You know, that's not.
But there's just some things that you can't say you should have. Listen, is there a plane flying over somebody's house?
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's me. I don't know where these planes are coming from.
That guy's in the Gaza Strip, dude.
I don't know. Whoa.
There. I feel like there's certain scenarios where you like. I know he was wrong, but if you would have listened, that wouldn't have been the case. You know, like I never. You said what?
It's like if you would have listened, maybe we could have avoided all this, and that's on both of them. That's on both of them. Even he should have. You know. It's like you should have.
Unless a woman is really like putting some force out to you, I don't think there is anything, any right for you to put your hands on somebody like that, regardless of the situation.
Bro, I remember
one that I'm like,
wait, like what if she's like swinging like no holds bar?
If you cannot restrain.
What if it's an MMA chick? What if she like been training MMA? She's like,
then you fight for your life. You fight for your life.
Now trip out, bro. There was this dude who used to live down the street from me, from my dad's house, and I had popped out the house one day, you know, just chilling in the front yard doing my thing, and oh boy laid his chick out. Like I'm talking about,
Whoa.
she was on the ground, and he like low key dragged her in the house.
Oof.
I end up walking down there, had a baseball bat. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here? A couple of homies roll down and they're like, yo, you gotta chill, like relax, like we're gonna handle this later, just relax. I seen him the next day and she's loving up on him and everything just seemed hunky-dory, right? And I told the homies, I was like, yo, how are we just gonna let this slide, you know? And he goes, hey man, what happens behind their doors is their business. Like it happened outside. Now, yeah, you know, we can kind of meddle in this, but if that's the bounds of their relationship, then just stay the fuck out of it. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a point in time where you have to understand people are going to make the decisions that they're going to make regardless of what the fuck you say, do, or whatever.
And I'm not
that's a hard one though. That one is difficult for me because there's some type of psychological breakdown happening, and men are very good at that. We're very good at that. Women are better. Women are better in certain circumstances, but we're very good at that. But it's a power dynamic type of thing, and yeah, that's a touchy one. I don't know how I would feel.
It's a weird one,
but I can agree with you in the sense that, you know, if you've done your job is to, as a friend, brother, partner, whatever the case may be, is to be like, yo, this is how I feel about this situation. I know you. This is how much I know about you. This is how I feel about this situation in the sense of me knowing you. And this is why I think you shouldn't do this, or you should do this, that, and the other. And then we have to understand that whatever the outcome is played out because of them.
Yes.
And the hardest part, and Zero and I were just talking about this today. The hardest part is us sitting back and just watching it play out, because you're either going to be like, wow, that played out great, and I'm glad that they chose to go that route, or you're going to be sitting there saying, I told you so.
Man, and me and Damo was just saying that, like, I told you so. I told you so's are good when I'm wrong. Like I'm telling someone, like, hey, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. But then it didn't happen. And they get to tell me, see, I told you so. You were wrong. See,
Yeah.
I'm good with I told you so's when I'm wrong.
Damo hit you with that because I texted him today. I genuinely texted him today. I said something along the lines of, now you can tell me I told you so, or something like that.
I hate saying I told you so.
I texted him back. I'm like, I don't say this with pleasure. You know what I mean? And then I put
did
like
I
little
text you that, or did I WebEx? I
think you WebEx me. Yeah. I mean, I was like,
but
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I hit him with the like. I was like, now you can tell me I told you so, because we talked about it the other day. We talked about something the other day, and then I was like, the last thing I want is for you to be able to tell me I told you so.
Yeah.
And he was very good from a friend standpoint. He was like, nah, this, that, and the other, and he was like, maybe you're looking at it this way, and it's really this way. I hope it doesn't play out to where it's I told you so. And then that's when I texted him today, and he was like, but he was still. That's where the loyalty from Zero comes from, because he didn't bash the said person that, you know, whatever the situation was. He didn't bash me for being wrong. You know, he was just like, yo, like, how do you feel about it? What do you want to do? What do you want to say? What do you want to... That, to me, that's loyalty.
Shame.
Cisco's going to come out swinging, bro. It might still happen, but it's okay.
How far...
No, I was, bro. I was... Let me tell you something, okay? Hold on, real fast. Let me tell you this. I was hot. I wasn't too hot, but I was hot. And to me, it's because of whatever the situation is, and I'm sure the listeners are probably extremely confused. You're going to be confused for a second here, but if you put two and two together, you might be able to figure it out. The situation at hand was the thing that I was upset about, and it ties back into this, right, is that there was loyalty there that stood there, and I don't want to call it loyalty. Actually, let me revert. There was compassion from me taking a chance on a certain scenario that I've never taken a chance on, that I've never fathomed taking a chance on, and talked about how I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, and I did it just to wind up in the same situation again, proven time and time again that's going to happen. You know what I mean? And I mean, I feel like there was some type of loyalty on my end, but the issue is, I'm not even mad about it. Not even mad about it. I'm not sad about it. I'm just like disappointed at the fact that it played out the way that it played, and that I literally sat here I hate it because everybody always there's so many people in my life that tell me, "Oh, you're such a nice guy. You're too nice." I hate when people tell me I'm too nice because this is my personality. This is the only way I know how to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I continue to give somebody the benefit of the doubt and then I get proven wrong, it's like a shot to my pride. You know what I mean? Because I literally put my neck out for you and gave you the blessing of a doubt that other people had. And nah, it couldn't play out that way. And for me to still sit here and be like, maybe it isn't what I thought it was. Maybe it's something different. Maybe I'm just overthinking some type of shit, blah, 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 blah. I'm still giving you the benefit of the doubt. And the thing that I was telling Zero today is that regardless of however it plays in my mental, whatever damage it does to my mental, I cannot let it affect me in the negative way. Because, bro, it could be straight up demon time for me. You know what I mean? I could be fuck the world, fuck everything that happens, and I'm just out here raw dogging the world.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm too grown for that shit, bro. That's not how I am as a person. That's not with my morals. So, to me, I feel like there is a standpoint of loyalty on that point, but I didn't have anything to be loyal to. You know what I mean? So therefore, it is somewhat my fault. You know what I mean?
No, I
Does that
have.
make sense?
I have a relation to that, man, where it's like you try to give people so much benefit of the doubt, right? And in that you're trying to show the loyalty of no matter what, the definition, no matter what, through the ups and downs of my own insecurities and my own doubts, I'm going to stick beside you. I'm going to ride this, to the fucking wheels fall off. You know what I mean? And Jordan Peterson once, he made this quote. He made this shout out. Hey, Jordan Peterson, sponsor this motherfucking podcast. Matter of fact, be a guest on this motherfucking
Give me
podcast.
15, bro. We'll put our money together and put 15 minutes together for you to be on the podcast.
Bro, he takes $100K an hour.
100K an hour.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
What's fucking 45?
25K. What's 25K for 15 minutes?
No,
bro. But he goes that when somebody is disloyal to you and they break your trust, is that you begin to question your ability to discern between truth and fiction. And that has fucking broke me over time and time again. And I think we've all been through our own sets of heartbreak and betrayals, right? And I think we've all perpetrated our own heartbreaks and betrayals on all kinds of levels, right? But like you said, Cisco, man, I can't let those things affect me negatively, because I've been told similar things. You're too nice. You love too much. You're loving me too much. And I always hit them with the responses, I don't know any other way. And I refuse to change that. I refuse.
And that's either gonna steer other people away, or it's gonna steer you away from being around other people. That's the fucking downfall. That's the downfall, bro. I don't know how to turn it off. You don't know how to turn it off. Zero don't know how to turn it off. We don't know. That's something that we all have in common. You know what I mean? The overthinking, the overloving, the over being nice, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. We just don't know how to turn it off because that's what we know is going to make the world a better place.
There was
But
a thing
go
too
ahead.
of like I realized that water that I could drown. What was it? I realized that I could drown my plant from the way that I watered it. And then after that, I thought of how love could be violence. And I was like, holy fuck. Like, so if I'm bombarding them with this love, then I just need to find a different garden. You know, I need to be in a place where I am not overflowing onto somebody, that they're absorbing me exactly the way that I come out. You know what I mean? Like they're taking me in exactly at the rate. Their rate of in is exactly my rate of out. Like perfect bandwidth. You know what I'm saying? And I think we've spoke
Yeah,
about
a
that.
flower that needs to be watered that much.
Yes, that can handle it. And I'm
But
sorry.
here's the thing. Here's the thing is, and this is what I was talking about Zero with, is that when do you find that? I genuinely think that you find it when you stop looking. That's what I thought, right? Genuinely, I thought that. And then you go the route of not looking and run into a flower that you think takes the water the way that you give it, and then you realize that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've drowned all these other flowers, then you find the one flower that you think that needs the watering that you have. Give the water, it proceeds to take the water and grow the way that you want it to grow, and then you realize now it's asking for too much water. Uh, where's the balance? Where's the balance?
I think that you have to be able to get, and this is a big, and if people are wondering, right? My loyalty has led me to drown people in the love and the affection that I give. It's led me to drown people in the attention that I'm willing to give, the efforts I'm willing to make. And I think that when I find a person who will declare more of me, I don't have a problem rising to that occasion, right? Like it just comes with the simple questions of what can I do more, right? And again, loyalty through the ups and downs. I am more than loyal to somebody to teach them the ways, right? Or to be taught the ways. Like teach me how to love you. Show me your love languages, right? Like is there more that I could give you? Please instruct me. You know what I mean? And I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to go through these things. And I think that's also a part of the whole. I think watering is not only, watering a relationship doesn't only come with what you can immediately put out to them, but how you can adjust to give them more, right? I can't give you less of me. I refuse to. I refuse to give you less of me, right? Because
It's not even that you refuse; you just don't know how.
I just can't. I can't. Like
Yeah.
it's mind-boggling to feel compressed of like, am I bugging them? Am I being too much right now? Do I need to text them
But that's
less?
also the overthinking thing that Damo and I were talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
He does. Even Damo said today that he does that with his friends, bro. His own, even me. He said he does it with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But is that a standpoint of loyalty? Also,
I think the recognition, yeah, in the recognition of maybe I need to make an adjustment here. You know what I mean? With some of my friends recently too, me and one of my buddies got into a back and forth. The milkman. Me and Milkman was getting into a back and forth one day, bro, and I was like I had to tell him sorry. Like I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to, ruffle your feathers, bro. Like, and I should have just been here for you to vent, right? Instead of me trying to give you advice. And there's
it's an
been
issue.
times, yeah, and there's times when he's looking for advice and I'm just letting him vent. And sometimes I have to stop and ask myself to ask him, what are you looking for right now? Are you needing my advice, bro? Or are you just bitching? Because if we're bitching, we're bitching, bro. Let's bitch.
We
Like, you know what
talked
I mean?
about that on the podcast before. Remember, because that
We
was
have.
an issue that I had before too. Like,
Yes.
if somebody's venting to me about problems they have, as a problem solver, I'm gonna give you solutions to the fucking problems that you have. Unless you tell me like, yo, shut the fuck up, listen to the problems I have, and that's what's gonna make me feel better. Okay, great. say whatever the fuck you have to say.
And I, bro, I mean, I think that's a problem on like the flip side of that. So for the other person, I think they lose a sense of their sight where it's like they just trying to fix my problems when I want them to just to listen. It's like, okay, but understand the loyalty they're showing you, bro. Like you're calling them up at 1 a.m., babe, I'm sad, or oh, I got this going on at work, and it's like immediately go into fix it mode. Like you got to recognize that they're putting in that effort and showing you that loyalty that at a drop of a dime, fuck what we've been doing all day. You've came to me with this issue. We're about to fix this shit. You know what I mean? And for some of us, we go into that natural fix mode where some dudes, you know, go into immediate listening ears on type mode. And neither one of them are wrong. I don't want to say either one of them are ever wrong, because people like to say, oh, well, women just want someone to listen. No, some women want a man who's going to come and help fix their fucking issues. You know what I mean? Ain't amount of fucking venting going to change that goddamn light bulb. You feel me? Ain't enough. There ain't no venting that's going to change that motherfucking tire, dude. Like she needs somebody to come fix this shit now. Like, you know, so we got to be able to recognize these patterns. And I think to me, you know, how far does my loyalty go? I think, you know, in a sense like that, it's my ability to recognize the position I need to play, right? And if I can fulfill that position,
you gotta wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that I'm just not that loyal to. I'm not that loyal to where I'm going to wear all hats. I'm not. I can't do it. You know?
Will you wear one?
Yeah,
or two?
For sure.
So let me ask this, Damo, because I think you said that as well, right? Like there's different loyalty towards different people, right? Like you
I expect different things from different people. Yeah, like friends like you guys, I would never expect. What? Safe sex? Is that what he said?
I don't know.
I don't know what he said. I thought
I missed it.
I missed it. Fuck, that fucking threw me off. I would expect if somebody's like kind of shitting on me for you guys to be like, whoa, like that's not him, that's not his character. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Or like he wouldn't do that, or whatever it may be. But like strangers or like people I've known for a couple months, I would never expect that sort of loyalty on that level. If they were like talking, not if they were talking shit on me, because I feel like that's human decency, I guess. But if the people that they were around started talking shit on me, I wouldn't be like, bro, what the fuck? You were supposed to defend me. I'd just be like, I mean, I don't know. You didn't know. You probably didn't know the people who were talking shit. Whatever. It doesn't really fucking matter. Cisco, what did you say when you left?
Oh, I said sex.
Oh, I was close. I said safe sex. I was close. True. Sex with the hard hat on.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So being our friend.
That was the fakest. Anyway.
Bro, Damo has been getting on me about this, Korpsx. Damo swears up and down that I have perfected the fake laugh.
Yep.
And he'll be like, bro, you just know how to fake laugh. Like
good salesmen know how to fake laugh. I've noticed this from Cisco, and I've noticed this from some, I won't name him because I don't know if he wants to be named. I used to work with him at my last job. And both
Does he watch your podcast?
Yes. Sometimes he pops in the stream. Yeah. I just don't know if he wants to be out there like that.
This is crazy to say a name. I could say a name. Fernando.
Oh, Fernando. Yeah. Anyway, so I knew
Jennifer.
I knew both of them. And he was a cool dude. He was a charismatic dude, and everybody loved him. Everybody loved Cisco. And I'm like, that's so weird. Like, don't these people know that they're fake laughing at their shit? Not that they don't necessarily think it's funny, or I don't know, but it's fake, bro. I know it's fake. And I called him out on it one day, and I was like, what did you learn to do this? Like, is it car business?
I don't even realize that I do it, bro. Like, I genuinely don't realize. Like, there's never a time in my life where I'm like, oh, insert fake laugh. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but it's like some dumb joke or like some dumb offhanded like little comment or whatever, and you turn it on. It's like so inherent, bro. It's not that you think about it.
Turned on, bro. That's just who I am as a person.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not even saying it's malicious or like you gotta like consciously do it.
Sounds malicious.
No,
Sounds
no, no.
malicious.
I'm not saying it's. I don't think it's malicious. I think it is. I was gonna say I think it's a great tactic, but it's not like a tactic. It's just like
So now I'm using tactics in my
no,
friendship.
it's just like a thing that people develop like a little
Got a fake
tick
laugh that I just did just now.
that people the one that you did right before that I just brought the whole reason I brought this shit up was a fake laugh for sure.
Was it? I don't know.
And he asked me like,
know.
how do I know it's a fake laugh? You could just tell. There's just certain you just like the
when you've heard his
quality.
real laugh, when you've heard his real laugh enough times, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like something that's a chuckle and something that makes me like fucking wheeze. You know? What I'm
There's a
saying?
difference for sure. But I don't know, bro. I could just tell
You're
like
gonna
the
have to
quality
catch me.
of the laugh.
You're gonna have to catch me doing it, and then be like, "Yo, that was a fake laugh right there."
I just did. That was a fake laugh.
I don't remember though. I don't remember what the laugh was. I don't remember what the context of the laugh was. Okay, but anyways, here's my question. So as officially now friends of yours, Korpsx and I.
Yes, true.
Officially
that
now.
makes me happy.
Only about
Couple
15 episodes.
months.
Only about 15 episodes, you know.
You're like halfway. You've been like not halfway. Sorry,
Yeah,
half
we've
of
been
the time
friends
we've
for
been-
half of the time that we've been doing this.
of half of the podcast.
Yeah.
A little bit
We've
more
only
than
been
half.
your friends for
actually.
half of it.
A little bit more than half. We're about to be on
Have
40, and we have unpublished.
We're not
or
even about to be on 40. We're on like 35.
We're on 36.
Okay, 36. We're about to be at 40. Okay. 15 episodes in, we're finally your fucking friends. So let me ask you this. Because this is the reason that I want to ask you specifically. Like I don't have to question my loyalty to Korpsx. Like I know that Korpsx will hide a body for my ass. I know Korpsx will. There's pretty much nothing that Korpsx wouldn't do for me, and vice versa. So going into it, knowing that we're not your friends in the beginning of this, or that sounds so fucking shitty if I say it like that. Not that we're not your friends.
It's the
knowing
truth.
that you don't view us as genuine friends. I'll say it that way. Knowing that you don't see us as genuine friends at that point. At the turning point of when you're like, okay, these are my friends. Is there a different expectation of loyalty from you moving and shifting into that portion of friendship?
Yeah. I mean, I think like up until probably the pivotal point, even a little bit past that, to be honest. If either of you like were like, fuck this, like I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't know, fucked me over in a different I don't know, fucked me over sounds so weird, like you're gonna steal my money.
I was saying that we don't want to do the podcast fucking you over.
Like well, I don't know, I like the podcast. So I'd be kind of bummed. Or I don't know, just like I don't know, just in a different way fucked me over by like talking shit, or just like shitting on me with other people who don't know me as well, I guess, is like probably a good way. I feel like that's super common too, which is so sad. But
Shitting on somebody behind their back?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So on that point right there. So if they were we're do the podcast 15 weeks, right? We're almost at, what are we at? 36, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 15 weeks in, you still don't consider us friends.
Mm-hmm.
I talk shit about you behind your back to somebody. You find out. Does it hurt less than when you consider me your friend?
Yeah. Hurts way less. I mean, it sucks. It's like shitty, but I'm like, well, I wasn't that close. You didn't really know me that well. Like, probably the things you said didn't have much volume or like much weight to it. Like, because what do you know about me? Like, you don't really know that much. But now I know you're not gonna like stick around for very long, because I'm not gonna be like buddy with you. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you're cool, whatever. By the way, I'm not doing the podcast anymore. Yeah.
But if I talk shit about you tomorrow,
I'd be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? What's good? Yeah, I'd be really shocked.
would it
I'd be
way
like,
different?
"Damn." Yeah, it'd be way different. I wouldn't be devastated, but it would definitely hurt a lot more. And then I'd probably go up to you directly to be like, see, because if you're not my friend, it's not like much to lose. Like it sucks. We were on like the development, but you know,
what do you have to get to with you to be at the point of devastation?
You'd have to fuck over like my family or something. Like you'd have to really.
Oh,
fuck
so
with
well,
me.
hold on. So what you're saying is you could have friends that take you to the point of devastation.
Yeah. Like I have a friend, Samuel in New Mexico.
Mhm.
He has I have family out there.
Shout out to Sam. Thank you for allowing us to be in your YouTube video. by
Yo,
the way.
what a
Yeah,
legend.
yo, shout out to Sam, dude. That video was sick as fuck, bro. I love
That
that.
shit was funny as fuck, dog. That
Yeah.
shit had me cracking up.
But if he sorry, if he
We're
I'm not bored. No,
fucking boring you.
no.
Jeez.
If
You can stop the
because
podcast right now if you want to.
because I have family out there, he doesn't necessarily. I don't know. He could fuck over like a family member of mine and be like, oh, bro, like I did this or I did that, and you know whatever it may be, stealing money. I don't know, like slept with one of my cousins, something like that, like some fucking crazy shit.
If you slept with one of your cousins, you'd
But-
feel like there's some disloyalty in that.
But like in like a way of like, oh, like one night stand, like I just whatever. It was like whatever. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? That's so weird. Why would you do that?
Wait. There's disloyalty in that? Actually, yeah, there is. Actually, never mind.
Yeah, because this is my.
I digress.
Yeah.
I digress.
Because I was gonna say, if you wanna,
So I want to know. So another question I really wanted to know, and it's funny because of conversations we had in the green room. Is there negative things that somebody can do to you that would prove their loyalty, that would prove them to be more loyal to you?
Negative?
Negative things that they could say to you in a negative. I guess that could be taken in a negative light.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, 100%.
Because I think true.
If somebody tells you about yourself, like, yo, this is how you are and this is how you're fucking up right now, you could view that as negative. But a real friend is gonna tell you about yourself and
When your face is dirty, a real friend tells you when your fucking face is dirty.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. If I tell you, bro, if I've ever told anybody, like, yo, you fucked up by doing that shit. Like, I don't respect what you did. I don't agree with what you did. That was fucked up. That means that my loyalty to you is unmatched. Because I could have easily just walked away and let you handle the situation or left the situation however it was and watch you burn your bridges, watch you burn. But I had the decency to come up to you and be like, yo, you fucked the fuck up. You need to fix this, or this is how you fix this, or whatever the case may be. Absolutely. I think there's loyalty in that. Absolutely.
There was a young girl who came up to me. It's my JR, shout out JR Korpsx. His girlfriend came up to me after a performance, right? And it was like it was his first time choreographing a fucking crump piece. You know, I was helping him make it, bro, by watching videos and then like time stamping, like work on this, right? So it was this whole
shit.
process. Crazy, right? And she came up to me after they performed. She's like, "Do you have any tips for me?" And I was like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to know? She goes, "What do I need to work on?" I was like, "Work on everything."
Everything.
Like, I was like, literally, quite literally, I was like, "Work on everything. You need to practice everything." And she's like, oh, I was like, "I'm sorry. I know that's probably hard to hear." I was like, "But just take it one step at a time and practice everything." She's like, "No." She's like, "This is how I know I can trust you. And this is why I asked you for your opinion." And I was like, yes, you can fucking trust me. Like, I am looking at, like, I want you to be good. Like, I want you to be better. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I'm trying to tell you, like I would tell your boyfriend, you know, like, you need to work on this, work on that, you know, but just for right now, don't try to be so specific, you know, like in a dance sense, you know, like, don't be so specific and like hyper focused.
Loosen up. Yeah.
Just loosen up, get used to this shit. Like, it'll come. Like, don't worry about it. And, you know, there's been people who've told me, like, "Hey man, that shirt don't look good on you." Like, especially when we go to lodge and shit, they're like, "Brother, no, you need to tuck that
That
shirt
ain't
in."
the one. That ain't-
What the fuck?
Is it a button shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's rules to this shit, dog.
I know. I would pull up and we're a little business casual, so my shirt's untucked, and they're like, "No, brother, you need to tuck that in." And it's like, "Okay, yeah, thank you." You know,
You
like,
ain't fucking wearing no fucking buttoned up long sleeve shirt untucked around me, dog. I'm gonna tell you. No, but there is loyalty in that shit.
yeah,
And that's there's so many videos going out right now and all that shit about how do you know who your real friends are and this and that and the other. Yeah, I mean, and it's here's the catch to that though. If you gotta pull your boy or whoever the fuck you're chatting with aside, you know what I mean? Loyalty doesn't stand behind only calling people out. If you call somebody out in front of a bunch of people, you're a bitch.
you're a hoe. That's
Like that's some hoe shit. You're like, don't call somebody out in front of a bunch of people. You chat with them one on one, man to man, or however whatever the fucking case may be, and you let them know like, yo, this is where you really fucking up, bro, or this is really where you really need to shine. Dot your I's, cross your T's. This is it right here. Focus on this, and that's to me that's true friendship. That's true loyalty. But I mean, let me ask you a question. What is the one thing I can't say one thing because there's so many like one things. What is like a very true test in your guys' opinion? What is a very true test of loyalty?
Depends on who it is.
Well, give me an example.
Like friends, relationships. What are we talking about?
I mean, I would say more friendships because relationships, two of us don't have, and
What?
and that's like a soul thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, actually, I want to get you chatting a little bit. What is loyalty in a relationship?
Well, I could
What
say
does loyalty? What does loyalty in a relationship look like to you?
I was just asking which one you wanted to answer.
That's what I want. What is loyalty in a partnership, a relationship, girlfriend and boyfriend? What does it look like to you?
Mm,
I feel like this is a very hard answer.
yeah. I think it's like the typical, like, obviously you trust them, but like trust in every sense of the word, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. Is like trust that I could say the things I'm embarrassed about, like, to you without necessarily feeling like you're gonna leave or you're gonna think less of me or you're gonna I don't know, like talk shit behind my back with your girls or with your friends and say like, oh, this is so embarrassing, or whatever it may be. I think that's a big test of loyalty, of like, can I tell you the things that I'm insecure about or that I need to work on, and you're not necessarily going to like leave or think less of me. It's just something that like we could work on together. Yeah, it's big loyalty for me.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You said chatting about something and like not going back and talking about me with your friends and this, that, and the other. How do you know? How do you know?
You don't. That's like the biggest thing about loyalty.
So how do you know that? How do you know that there's loyalty in that?
Oh, I mean, like, you're always gonna find out some way if it's happening. Like, there's always a crack in the dam. Something's gonna leak out. She's gonna forget her phone unlocked somewhere. You're gonna have, not that you're looking through her shit. No.
You going through her phone?
All I'm saying is like, oh, who's calling? Oh, pick up the phone. Oh shit, your girl's text messages are up. Oh shit, they're talking about the thing that it was very private that we just talked about 2 weeks ago. Fuck is going on?
So
it's just like happenstance that you like find out these things.
Is this a case of ignorance is bliss?
no, I think patience. I think patience has won every war that's ever waged in my life. You know what I mean? And so I think to really see if somebody's loyal to me, it just takes a little bit of fucking patience. And even to kind of touch on like the difference of loyalty.
That one.
You know what I'm saying? Like patience, bro. Patience has won me everything in my fucking life. And I think that like when it comes to relationships, with like what Zero's saying, I think is spot on, you know, where it's like, if I can be vulnerable with you, if I can trust you to hear my insecurities and to hear, you know, my vision and not try to run off with it and go tell the village, then I think that's a huge test to
Yeah,
not
but
only.
that's my question. That's my question. It's one thing to chat with somebody about your vulnerability. It's one thing to chat somebody about the things that you're, about these things. But how do you know the person is loyal?
Patience.
Yeah, because you're
But
giving them the
you're giving that loyalty up until the point. Do you see what I'm saying? Like at what point do you say, okay, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and trusting that you're loyal?
Mm-hmm.
And then because eventually you just said patience has won every war, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at some point that wall, that dam that Zero was talking about, at some point it's gonna break. At some point.
Mm-hmm.
well, no, not necessarily.
So the
What do
real
you mean?
real test is if my patience and father time come into conflict. You get me? So like, as long I
Or
can trust,
you lose before father time.
one of the two will happen. One of the two will happen. And my thing is when it comes to trust with loyalty and all that, like, I'm not going to live a life untrusting, you know, like, or like in paranoia. You know what I mean? Of like, or are they sharing my secrets? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? I'm not going to live my life that way. And I used to, I really did, bro. Like, especially dating Rosie. Like, she's this beautiful girl. You know, she's a
That's
bartender.
Florida.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, she's
No more
having
East Coast girls.
no more, no fuck,
No more East Coast girls.
no more. Okay,
No
no,
more East Coast girls.
no more. But I can't. All I can tell them, right? My patience has won every war, right?
Wait,
So
wait, wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Was there disloyalty in that situation?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She ended up
I
two timing.
remember there was you ended up two timing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Continue with what you're gonna say, but I do have something to ask you after this.
And even then, my patience, right? It exposed. Time exposes all things, bro. You get me? And so, yeah, where she was being disloyal and all these things, like, though it was a fear and shit in my life, it made me really realize, like, I can't be living that way, right? Like, one, even if I find somebody who's truthful to me and all these things, I can't live in the past of, well, what if they're going to do this? What are they going to do that? Because these other people said that. I got to remove those ideas because this is a different person. You know what I'm saying? Time will tell. Time will expose. I
So let
can't
me ask you
change
this.
what's
Let me
good.
ask you this. Would you ever give Florida? Would you ever give her another chance?
No, absolutely not.
Why? Why? Is it
Because there
because
was
of this loyalty?
no, the disloyalties was the straw that broke the camel's back. There was a lot of other things that were said, you know, like about my kids. There was things that were said to me about me as a man, right?
Sheesh.
There was certain things,
Damn, disrespect.
certain values and morals that she had that I just did not align with. You know what I mean? And after a while, like, you know, you guys know how it is. You get into a relationship, you're trying to be loyal to this person. So it's like little pieces of their personality and their inside start showing, and you start kind of like looking past it, right? But red flags, they're red flags, my G. Like, stop being colorblind. Red shit ain't green in here, you know? Like, you gotta fucking see it for what it is. You know, the sex is great, but damn, this bitch is twisted on the inside. You know, you gotta really start people. You know, we confuse dedication and this loyal, like, blind dedication and loyalty, right? We conflate it with this idea of like we're being good men, you know, or we're being a good partner, or all these
Or
things.
being loyal
Right? Being loyal,
through the highs and lows.
we're conflating this idea where we trade the loyalty of love with the dedication to this person. The loyalty of love should make us walk away. Like, hey, I love you. I love you so much.
Why? Why? Because textbook definition is you stay by their side regardless
Wait,
of
I
the
do have a
highs and
question on
lows.
this a little bit. Like, what is the level of? So, I'm trying to like equate this to for some reason the idea of making a sword came to mind. In a relationship, sometimes there's like breaking points of like, I can't do this. We're just too different. We're not going to align on certain things that are pivotal to maybe the way that I or you think of something. Wants and needs are not being met for whatever reason. Maybe you can't deliver, whatever it may be. To what degree do you think that you have to keep, like, I guess the only reason this came up for like making a sword is because like it's a hot piece of metal and you're crafting it, right? You're crafting it as you go, and the way that you're bending the metal while it's hot.
I like
How much of
He's cooking, dog. Let him cook.
he's fucking cooking right now.
how much do you think that you stay in the relationship to craft the person that you're with into the person that you want, and how much like tribulation are you willing to take in that?
When it changes what I'm making, because you could break a sword and turn it into a dagger, you know what I mean? Like the whole like Lord of the Rings, like it was broken in half and you have this like little dagger shard at the end. If what we are, we're going to work this piece of metal into this fine sword, right? And that's going to take iron on iron conflict to sharpen it into the weapon in which we desire. But if the blunt force trauma perpetrated by both sides is causing this sword to change shape into something different, I can't fuck with that.
Okay, this is very interesting what you just said. I listened to from what you said from the beginning to the very end. You said, if what I'm trying to make, that's how you started. If what I'm trying to make is changed, and then as you continued, everything else was we. So at what point is it we, and what point is it I?
And I think they walk in parallel.
Because you could want to build something, they could want to build something. You could have a disagreement on a certain thing, right? There could be a chink in the sword or the shield, or whatever the fuck you want to be building, right? And can I say chink? No.
Chill. You literally got over it. You literally went through it.
There could be a kink in the shield or the sword, right? But when do you give and when do you take? Because you're never going to be even down the middle the whole time. You have to learn when to give and you have to learn when to take. Because not every war is won, right? Or not every battle is won.
Yeah. I think I had to change my perspective on what give and take was in a relationship, where I give them the space to be who they are, right? And to carve out a life in which they see fulfilled, right? And I can take the pressures of what that might feel like, right? Like trying to build a healthy house, right? Cisco, takes a lot. That takes a fucking lot, right? So let me take the burden of some of that responsibility, right? Let me give you my wisdom. Let me give you my strength, right? Let me take your insecurities, right? Or your lack of knowledge on certain topics. Let me give you my wisdom and insight on it, right? Where instead of it becoming I have this, you put that there, this there, let me enhance what you do. Let me enhance what you do. Let me take what you may lack thereof and let me work on these things, right? Because I may be more versed, more experienced, more skilled in it, right? And let's see how we balance this thing out. Because just like the silversmith, when he's hitting one side, once it starts to curve, he flips it and starts to craft the other side.
Well, I mean, and also in the sense of the concept of the sword, there's an anvil and a hammer, right? Like, so it's two things working at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're taking this thing and running with it, bro.
No, bro. I was like, I just said a sword. I don't know why it came to mind either, but it.
I thought that was
great. So what I'm saying is the sword gives, the hammer gives, and the anvil gives. So what I'm saying is you're giving, right? Like you're letting. Oh no, did we lose Korpsx?
Oh no! Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay. You're frozen.
You're saying like, I'm giving. But at what point are you receiving back that? Because I understand where you're coming from in the concept of a man. We're all men. We all know what we give in a relationship. We all know what we want to give in a relationship. And majority of the times it's the knowledge, the power, the this and that of what we know, what we've overcame, things of that nature. But at what point is it we need to sit back, listen, receive the information that the anvil as the anchor. The hammer is the one doing the work, right? Boom, boom, boom. But the anvil creates a sturdy base in order for the sword to be aligned perfectly.
It creates the direction of the force.
So,
you know what I mean?
So at what point are we allowing that direction to take the force, to give back knowledge?
I mean, I think it just starts with, and this is kind of going back to an earlier point is we got to be able to understand where we can be vulnerable. You know what I mean? And the loyalty thereof. Like, I have to know as a man.
Oh, we lost him, Bo.
Oh no, we lost.
We might have for sure lost him right there.
Yes!
He's gonna cook too.
He was about to, bro. This
is
sword shit.
No.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
He's back.
He's frozen, but
we can hear you. We can hear you. There you go.
Okay, you guys can hear me, but you can't see me.
You can. We can see you now, so don't swing your dick.
Hey, show me your dick.
There we go. Dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on. My signal's usually.
You got draws on? You got just draws on?
Basketball shorts.
Oh, okay.
Come on, bro. He's not.
I'm wearing sweats with no draws right now.
That's crazy. You're
Gray shorts with no draws.
Stand up. Prove it.
Prove it.
Wait. You're gonna ice show speed yourself, bro.
But no, I think we have to learn.
I'm always tucked.
I think as men, we gotta know our vulnerabilities and know where we lack, right? And trust that we can give that to our woman, right? And women are natural, nurturers, and they know how to bring life into things and have a partner that can breathe life into us, right? And breathe life into situations to where we may not be confident in our knowledge on something or confident in our skills in something, and they can, and again, in that reciprocation, right? Like, there has to be an ebb and flow of reciprocation. Hey, again, the flipping of the sword. Like, hey, I've done my part here on this part. Now it's time to flip it. Now do what you are skilled at, right? And you're going to work this side of the sword. Boom. Okay, it's hot here. Let's hit the water. Bring this bitch back out. Let's get back to work on it. Boom, boom, boom. And it's the constant rinse and repeat. Constant working on it. But I think as men, we feel this pressure of knowing what to do at all times, always being ready, always having the answers, that fix-it mode, the going straight into that. And I think we have to step back and let people, whether it's a romantic relationship or not, let people be there for us the way that we are there for people. Let people guide us the way that we want to guide other people. You know what I mean? And be open to receiving that.
So that goes into my next question. I want to ask Zero this. Zero, do you believe that there is equality in loyalty? And I'll give you an example. Do you think, or I'll ask you a question on top of that. Do you think that I expect of you what you expect of me as friends? Genuine friends. You're one of my best friends. Do you think that you expect of me what I think of you?
Do you expect of me what I expect of you? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I get the vibe that pretty much. I feel like we'd be on pretty equal. I will say, because I say this to everybody. Growing up, especially.
Oh, now I'm everybody?
No. I say this to everybody. Sorry.
Fuck you. Nah, now I'm everybody. Now I'm just fucking lumped in with everybody.
All right.
Tell everybody to do a podcast with you. Tell everybody to eat lunch with you. Tell everybody to walk around the fucking building with you. Yeah, tell everybody that shit.
He's getting a little salty. Oh.
Yeah.
No, but
Was that a fake laugh?
No, not really. It didn't seem like it.
That shit was fake as fuck. That was fake
No, I
as
just-
shit. All right, go ahead.
I completely lost my train of thought. No, you're good.
Do
You're
you
good.
expect from me what I expect from you in your
I get the vibe that yes,
loyalty-wise?
overall, I think. Oh, I was gonna say, I will say this. I will say this because I say this to all of my friends. I should have
To
said.
everybody.
No, I don't say this. Well, I say this to everybody in the sense of like, if you're my friend, you should understand that because earlier in the podcast you said Putch would like hide a body from me. I know you don't mean that literally, unless you do mean that literally.
I mean, I think that would be a scenario. Like if I was ever in a scenario where I was like, "Oh fuck, I need somebody to help me out with this," who can I call? I'd be like, I can call Putch. We're headed out to Nevada.
Next question. Don't ask me if I really do it. Next question. Mike.
Don't incriminate yourself. I will say, I've always said this, and it's because I've lived with my mom who's in law enforcement. I will never, ever be implicated in some dumb shit that my friend has decided to do. I will never do it. And it just
decide to do it.
Now, if you're into like some crazy shit on accident, I can back you on that. That's way different. I can back like, listen, Your Honor, he didn't mean to do. I'll testify. I'll back you. I will. I'll be there for you. But on some dumb shit of like, I don't know.
He has to say this because we're locked. He has to say this because his mom is
No.
law enforcement.
I've always
he doesn't want to incriminate himself.
I've always thought this because I think it is so
Mama
dumb. I think it is so dumb when people are willing to fall on a sword for their friends. Although, like, listen, I love you guys. I think you guys are great people. I don't think you're gonna do any dumb shit. But
we wouldn't be your friends if you thought that would be the case.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna be friends with people who I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, you might kill somebody, maybe.
If I ever kill somebody, it would be because of my son. That's the only reason.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
And therefore, it would be justified.
Yeah, in that case, I'd be like, listen, I don't condone it, but I definitely understand. That was some fuck shit, and I don't know if I'd like stop him.
If somebody touched my little boy inappropriately, you wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're done for.
I'd be like, oh nah, bro. I'd be at lookout. I'd be like, damn, ain't nobody coming.
Like,
bro. You're good.
Even with my son, I would never expect the same type of loyalty from him the way that I show him loyalty, because it's
from
like
your son.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different though.
Yeah,
that's
well,
yeah, you can't do that,
bro. I mean, my dad, bro, he expected loyalty out of us through thick and thin.
But I think the loyalty is different, bro. Like it's like that's my dad. That's my dad. That's the man who raised me and protected me. Your son can't protect you the way you can protect him.
But don't you dare say something against Ron Andrade. Don't you dare.
Oh no. Of course not. No. But at the same time, that's not you protecting him. You see what I'm saying? Let me tell you like this, Pudge. If your father was still here with us, right? And somebody said something, say I said something against him, right? And you fought me for it, right? You beat my ass for it. Your dad would not condone that. Because he would be like, what are you doing? You're not protecting me. What are you doing? You fucking stupid?
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
I even did fight. Yeah, because I did end up fighting a guy one day. I beat up a dude in front of the house who had threatened my dad. And I remember he was crying and he's like, I didn't ask you to do this. He's like, I didn't ask you to do this. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, ain't no one threatening my family. You know what I mean? And I think even me to my son, I would feel a similar way. You know what I mean? It's like me, I'd trade my fucking soul so my son could. I even put it on Instagram. I was like, I'd give my life so that
that shit got me emotional. What you posted on Instagram.
I'd give my life so that you could celebrate 1 million more birthdays. I'd trade my soul. That's what I told his mom. I was like, I'd trade my soul to the devil in a heartbeat so that he could. I would experience eternal damnation so that he could experience 1 million more birthdays. And I would never expect my son to even think that type of price. You know what I'm saying? And I think with me,
their duty to do so.
Well, I mean, even just like thinking about like friends and stuff, dude, is like I would never expect my friends to go as far for me as I would be willing to go for them. because I would, if Cisco was like, yo, bro, we got to ride on these guys. It's like, well, come pick me up then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come pick me up. Let's do this. But I wouldn't expect those same answers from 99% of the people that I know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and some people that I've known my whole fucking life, like I wouldn't expect that same answer. If I got it, that's different. You know what I mean? It would show a certain level of loyalty, but I never expect and that's what's kind of, and we did talk about this earlier. It's made me be careful with who I show my loyalties to. But at the same time, it's like, man, if I'm riding for you, if I say I'm down to ride for you, I'm down. Like, no questions asked, bro. Like, I'm with the shits. I'm with the goofy shit.
Do you think you can ask of somebody something that they would never have the opportunity to ask of you? Like, it's for sure you think a one, because I'm thinking like, oh, let's ride, like let's, I don't know, like let's pull up on somebody. Not to say that you guys would ever do this, but that's just never happening with me. So could you ask that of me?
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't
ask that
because I know you would never ask that of me.
And I know you. Like I know if somebody broke into my let me just put it to you like this. Somebody broke into my crib, right? Stole my whole setup. I knew who it was. They did some dumb shit. I knew who it was. You're not the person that I would be like, yo, we gotta go roll up on somebody. Like I'm gonna come scoop you right now.
Yeah.
But it's not because I don't believe your loyalty wouldn't it's not because I don't believe that you're loyal to me. It's because I'm loyal enough to you to know that you wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's the same.
But if I had nobody, if I was gonna roll solo to do this, I'd be like, yo, Zero, I have nobody to roll with me. Can you drive me here? You don't have to get out. You don't have to do anything. You can leave after you drop me off. But this is something that I have to do. I genuinely believe that you would be like, wait, bro, like, why do you have to? This is exactly what you do. Bro, what are you doing? Like, why do you have to do this? What do you mean? Like, we could just get you another setup. We could just do this. And I'm like, Zero, I need to do this, bro. Like, I have to do this. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not asking you to do anything violent. Just drop me off on the corner. You can leave after.
Bro,
I'll
all
call
right,
you when
all right.
everything's okay.
I'm not gonna leave you in the corner, bro. We're driving up to it. That's fine, but
what I'm saying is, like, I would not expect you to pull out. I would not expect you to do. I mean, I know you don't pull out anyways, baby. But what I'm saying is, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to like hop out. Nothing. I'm gonna go handle this. I just need a way to get there. I think I could ask you to do that, but you're not the first person that I'm calling.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, there was a
That's a little hurtful.
Doing it.
That's a little hurtful, dog.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a little hurtful,
Fuck
dog.
up. Shut the. So you're
I'm
asking me right now.
fuck you guys.
If I was like, yo, Korpsx. Oh, this fucking dickhead. So you're telling me right now, if I was like, yo, Korpsx and I are about to ride out to this joint, we need to ride, bro. Can you come scoop us? You would genuinely say, bet I'm on my way.
Wait, ask that one more time. Sorry.
If I said, yo, Korpsx and I need to ride, bro. Some people fucked with us and we need to ride. We need to ride right now. You would, no questions asked, be like, I'm on my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'd honestly, I probably would ask questions. No, I'm fucking with it. I'm pulling you like, of course, I'd be like, bro, this is some dumb shit. Okay, let's just relax.
Oh, you would exactly. You would be like, nah, dog. What's
I'm
going
like
on?
De-escalatory, bro. I'm just like, yeah.
He would pick us up, but he would try to talk us out of it all at the same time.
I'll drive you.
He'd be asking questions on the phone before he even gets in his car. What's going on, bro? What happened? Where are we going? Who's it? Like, I'm not saying
no. I'm asking like, are you guys okay? What the fuck is going on? Of course, but of course, at the same time, if in your scenario your shit got stolen and then you pull up, if two dudes start coming out, I'm not gonna be like, well, I'm safe in my car. What the fuck?
Well, you're not gonna let me get jumped. But
no, I'm like, fuck, bro. That's my thought. I'm just like, fuck. Now I gotta go do shit.
No,
and like, listen, I've never fought.
I'm
not claiming I'd win,
loyalty,
but
bro. Now I'm questioning your loyalty. If you're like, oh fuck, here I got
no, fuck like, I can't let that happen. Not like fuck like here we go. Fuck like it's not in me to let him just get fucking railed. That I can't do that.
You watched me get railed before.
Yeah, I watch
Whoa.
you get railed every day. Okay, buddy.
Cisco knows this dude, Squid. You remember Squid?
Of course
Weirdo.
I know Squid.
All
He's
right.
not weirdo. Don't call Squid weirdo, bro. I still have him on Facebook.
He's weird, right? And
Whoa.
Bro,
but
okay, hold on. Real quick. Short story about Squid. He used to do this fucking thing where he would fucking gasp. And he would do it. Oh, yeah, he would do it all the fucking time. He would just be like, and like, bro, he would do it at the most random fucking times. So you would think something is happening. So we'd be like,
as you're
Lord, and he would
switching
be,
lanes in traffic.
yeah, bro. We would be like on the way to LA and he would be in the back seat and Putch and I would be in the front two seats and he would just be like, and Corpse would be like,
Come on,
but he would just, bro, he would just gasp for no reason. He's just like, oh, that was his thing. Oh, bro, it drove me fucking
bro,
wild.
he stirred up a bunch of shit. He stirred up a bunch of shit in Crump, man. Stirred up a bunch of shit, and a lot of people
Crump.
in Crump.
What's his standpoint in Crump?
No, he stirred up a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah,
Do you
but
not
where's
remember-
his standpoint in Crump?
No, he was on like Facebook, bro, talking about Tie Dye's mom, talking
Crumpers
about,
page?
huh?
On the Crumpers page?
Yes,
Oh.
my man was going wild, and a lot of people are like, "Why are you backing him up? Why are you defending him? This and that." I'm like, "Yo,
Tie-Dye's mom? What the fuck was he saying about Tie-Dye's mom?
I don't even want to repeat it, right?"
Oh, okay. But it's some like outlandish shit?
Out crazy, bro. Like I even told him, like, dog, if they
Tie-Dye's
don't-
is the creator of Crump, by the way, for those listening. Or
The
demo.
creator of
The
Crump?
creator of Crump.
bro, I told him like, yo,
He
if-
tried to dance with him multiple times, and it was absolutely amazing.
like verbally, I can back you up verbally, but if they catch you slipping and they stomp you out, like I can't help you there, bro. Like I will get them off of you, but I'm gonna let them sock you a few times because you kind of deserve it. Like you know what I mean? Like you kind of you. Do, but I will stand in front of this as much as I can, and a lot of people never understood, right? And I always loved him for this, and I hope he knows this, because he's going through a lot. But bro, there was a
Been
time
going through a lot for years, bro.
for a
Like,
while, bro. He's been through a lot, bro. And
I seen him going through Facebook on like rants and all types of shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Squid?
bro, he lost like some family members in like a crazy accident, dude. Like I don't want to put too
bro.
much of his business out there, but he went from like being homeless to not homeless. Like I found him sleeping at the fucking park, and I was like, bro, you're not doing this. You're gonna come stay with me. And he used to sleep in my room, bro. And but even before that, right? And that's what made me extend my arm to him that way, bro. Is low key there was like a bounty on my head at one point in Oxnard, and I was chilling at the park, bro, and everybody had just dipped, and I was right there. I was blazing, and I was getting ready to roll home, and I seen the dude's car pass by, and I was like, oh fuck. And then Squid pulls up. He's like, oh, Pucho, what's cracking? I was like, hey, dog, you might want to because these fools is right here. Boom, they whipped by again. I was like, that's the second time they rolled by, bro. Boom, they rolled by again. I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm about to get it. I was like, bro, just dip, dog. I was like, this is about to get weird. He goes, nah, I'm going to be right here with you. I was like, for real? He's like, yeah. He's like, what the fuck? I'm not going to let you get that alone. I was like, my dog. Passed him the joint, bro. He passed it back. It was out. I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm not waiting on it, right? Because they just kept like circling around the fucking park, like you know what I mean. I was like, let's shake this joint, bro. And that loyalty to be there with me through that, like even though we didn't really know each other that well, but this little amount of friendship that I was showing him garnered this loyalty to like, hey, dog, if you're going to catch a beating, I'm about to catch a beating too. Let's get it, like you know what I mean. And people always wondered, why are you loyal to him like that, man? Why are you backing him up? Why are you defending him? It's like, because he's been there for me.
I
Like,
wondered that too. When I first started kicking it with you and the crew, like you, Bam, Felicia, Squid, you guys, I always wondered. I was like, why the fuck is Squid here, bro? Like I didn't mean it in a bad way, but I just like always thought to myself, how the fuck does Squid fit in this situation? He's not a dancer. He's not very social. Like, you know, he's the odd man out type of shit. No disrespect to Squid, because I love Squid, bro. Like, him and I have kicked it one-on-one before. Like, no disrespect to Squid, but I always wondered, like, how the fuck did he fit in the group? And that's cool that I have that backstory now, because Yeah, because I rode for Squid too. Like if Squid ever needed anything, I always had his back. Felicia, she need anything, Bam ever need anything, Kyle, like all of them, if they ever need anything, I always had their back because of you. Like you were the main ingredient in that whole situation. But yeah, bro, like I created like that's wild. I didn't know that about Squid.
Yeah, like I'm not
I knew
being
he was down though. I knew he was down, but
I'm not
I
being
didn't know he
facetious when I say, bro, they were wanting my head. Like they were wet.
want some head too.
Bro, they were wet. They're one of them's still wet for me, but they were wet for your boy. And they caught me slipping. They fucking caught me slipping, bro. And Squid's like, nah, I got you, bro. Like, I'm not just gonna let that happen. Like,
Did you guys catch your ass whooping that night?
Nah. We shook the scene, and then we bumped into him a few other times, like at parties, and bro, it would get fucking weird, bro. We ended up rumbling. Matter of fact, Squid was there. Me and one of the homies ended up rumbling like these 4 dudes, bro, in the back of this fucking house party, bro. And I'm like, we're just fucking bow, 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 and I just see Squid like, "What's up, boo?" Bow. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go, boys. We gotta get out of this place, dude. Like we had to fight our way out of a fucking party, like. So yes, he's done dumb shit, and he's fucking blacklisted on a lot of different, a lot of different levels. And when I see him, I'll always be like, "Hey, man, like you need to get your life together, bro. Like, come on, like what can I do to help?" But I also know too, like that loyalty can only extend so far, Yeah, no, there's definitely people who I can call to ride for me. You know what I mean? Who I can call, and it's no questions asked, bro. No fucking questions asked. They're gonna ride. And there's other people, my demos of the world. They pick me up. They're gonna be like, "Putch, listen, we don't gotta do this, bro. Like, let's just be amicable adults. Let's fucking work this out."
The only reason is because I don't know what the fuck the other person has. I'm like, I'm not gonna lose my life or have you lose your life on some dumb shit.
You wouldn't lose your life over me. You wouldn't lose your life over me.
I'm sorry, hot take. Fuck no. I wouldn't lose my life over like, bro. I just wouldn't. My life is so precious. I get one of these, okay, and I can't.
I mean, that's why I wouldn't ask you. I wouldn't put you in that position.
But I would also.
That's how much of a friend I am to you. I wouldn't put you in that situation.
And that's what I think. That's my default of like, if you're for real, my friend, not to put me in some dumb shit because I wouldn't put you in some dumb shit. I'm not living life like safe necessarily. I don't think, or I'm not like. I'm not necessarily like trying to. I'm not, but I'm also like super uninterested in that lifestyle or like doing shit like that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna put you there. Don't put me there, and we're chilling. But if you do, just know that it's gonna be at a limited capacity. I'll be there for you, bro. I will. I'll drive you. I'll drive you. I'll help you if you get fucked up.
Frankie sends 50 stars and says, "Zero's a smart man. Recline the seats in the car and lock the doors."
Yeah, bro.
That's where I would put you. No offense. Like that's where I would put you. I would be like, "Yo, I just need somebody to scoop me, bro. If you need to jam out. If you want to be there and watch the whole shit, but like, don't just stay in the car. Stay in the car."
No, but like I'm saying, if I start to see like multiple people, I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm unlocking all this shit, and we're either leaving, or if like it's some crazy shit, I might, I don't know, like I'd have to figure out what to do because I'm not letting you just get fucking railed or jumped.
Oh, so what if Okay, so here's the real question: what if I tell you pull up, right? I'm like, "Yo, Zero, I need you to pull up, bro. I need you to take me to this spot. These dudes, they just jacked my crib. I have nothing in my house now. They just jacked my crib. I know exactly who it is. You pull up, right? We start you were driving. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't believe they took my shit." And you ask me the question, like, "Oh, how did you get?" "Oh, whatever. These dudes had beef with me from back in the day, this, that, and the other." And then I'm like, I like pull out a gun and I like cock it back.
Fuck no, bro.
Hold on. And then I put a gun in your lap. And I'm like, "Yo, if they come to the car, all you have to do is pull the trigger. I'll be right back." What are you doing?
Bro, we're not even stopping. I am literally taking you all the way the fuck back home.
Oh, we get to the house. We get to where I'm like, "Yo, park right here. Park right here." You park right there. I crack the door a little bit, and I'm like, and then I'm like, "Hold this." If they come towards the door, you're pulling the trigger. Stay in the car, lock the doors, and then I get out. What are you doing? You leaving?
I'd be like,
Are you leaving? Are you leaving?
like this is the dumbest shit.
Zero would have a breakdown in the car, bro. This motherfucker would
No,
start-
bro. I would have the gun. I mean, I would know what to do with the gun. I've handled the gun. But I'd be like, Cisco, this is the dumbest fucking shit. You went in there with a gun, you dumb fuck. On the way there, I'd probably be like, let's just call the cops. This is so fucking easy. This is so fucking easy.
What are
We
the
know the
cops
people who did it. They know where we are, or we know where they are. We can get the cops here. It's so fucking fast. You've already fucking fucked yourself because now you have a weapon on the way to this dude's house, and now I've given me a weapon that I don't know whose it is really. I mean probably yours. Hopefully it's registered. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
He said, hopefully it's registered. Nah, it's not registered.
Well, because
serial number scratched off.
so now if it's not even registered, now I can't even get the see, bro. Because then if you die, I'm not, dude. If you die, I'd be so fucking sad. I'd be like, this is so fucking avoidable. You dipshit.
You'd be
You
like,
died.
No, what the fuck? You wouldn't be able to live with yourself, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you have to say it like that. Yeah, like basically, I'd be like, I really drove this dude, and I drove him to death. That was on me.
There was a situation one time, I was hanging with the homies in the neighborhood, and a night came up where some activities were going to go down, and they were like, "Not you, Putch." I was like, "Huh?" They're like, "This one's not for you." I was like, "Oh, I'll just drive. This one's not for you. You're going to stay on the bench on this one." I was like, "Okay." You know what I mean? And so I
I've been
think
told that plenty of times.
there's a certain loyalty in that too.
Yeah.
One of my
I think
buddies,
there's loyalty in that.
the same one who was telling me, he was the one who he would always tell me, this life ain't for you. Bro, I wanted to be from his crew. I wanted to be Little Ogre. Rest in peace, man. But he was just like, nah, this one's not for you. Like, I could do the other little stuff with them. You know what I mean? Like the beer runs, do this, do that, beat up somebody, whatever, get into it with some guys, whatever. But that night, he's like, nah, this one's above your pay grade, kid. And I felt, that's when I knew he was a friend. That's when I knew, besides being a homie, besides being, this dude who I aspired to be like, and wanted to be tough like, he was a friend. He was a friend in that moment. And so I
think there's loyalty behind that because I've had like older cats tell me the same shit, bro. Like, yeah, like this one ain't nah. Stay home for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. Like as learning that as a youngin, that's how I would with someone like Zero. I'm not saying that you're not about it, Zero. I'm not saying that, but you're not about it. You know what I mean? Like you're not.
I'm not, bro. Fuck that.
I know you're not. So, but I would never be in that type of situation anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I know,
but I'm just saying.
I know it's like super extreme, like
it's just extreme as fuck, and just knowing.
Yeah,
knowing you as a friend, like that's what I'm saying. That's where my loyalty.
All
right, you know what,
bro?
I wasn't gonna fucking say anything, but I'm about to clown your ass right now because you just did that dumb shit, bro. Did you shave your face today?
Who?
You.
No.
Bro, you gotta fix your mustache, dog, because that shit has been bugging me since we've been in the green room. And
wow, what do you do?
Oh, I got the natural Hitler.
No, this man's mustache is short on this side and long on this side.
I haven't even noticed.
No, like I have a natural Hitler mustache. It is disturbing as fuck, dude.
Bro, I'll shave my mustache into a Hitler mustache for next podcast if you do it.
No, bro. I'm already a misogynist, a racist. I'm all these things. I can't do the Hitler, bro. I can't. I will lose all credibility of who the fuck I am, bro. I make too many Gaza jokes. I make way too many Hitler jokes already, bro. I cannot do it. I can't. You guys know I don't give a fuck. But that one, I can't do it. Maybe for Halloween. Imagine I
can't, bro. That's the line. Maybe
that's the line.
That's the line, bro.
All right, here I just got a message. Stop picking on Zero. The bro has a sense of avoidance. It's good street smarts. Absolutely, it is. It is. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. It's not like that. That's what I'm saying. You have homies for certain shit. right?
Yeah.
But as I get older, I'm not riding out on anybody anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I mean, if I really had to, I probably would. But at the point in my life where I'm at, I'm in my fucking 30s. If I gotta ride out to go do, I'm not in the gang. I'm not. I'm a father. I fucking play video games. I I
Play
sell
Lego
people cell
Fortnite.
phones play Lego Fortnite. I'm not riding out on nobody. But if I had, like, don't get it twisted. If nobody's fucking with my people. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Nobody's fucking with my people. But
I,
I'm not calling somebody to go ride out or something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Well, I seen a saying where it was like, uh, though I may not be a violent man, disrespect them over my grave and watch how I come back to life. So it's like, yeah, I might not be. I've learned a lot of peace and tranquility over these last few years, but you do the
Still in
wrong.
there, bro. You still got that buck in you.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, my mom was just telling me, she's like, "You're full of hell." I was like, "I am." She's like, "I know, baby." She's like, "You are, but you're full of it. Like you are full of fury." I was like, and you know what? I'm glad I can tap into it at a moment's notice. I was like, but I've really learned to know, like, is it worth it? Like, do I need to settle it this way? Do I, you know what I mean? Like, again, like that whole thing, that Tom Holland quote where it's like, if you got a problem with me, text me. And if you can't text me, you don't know me
You
well
don't
enough
have a
to have
problem.
a problem
Yeah.
with me. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
that shit is so
That
fire.
was hard, bro, and it was British. That was the
Yeah,
hardest bar from
So fire.
bro.
dude from Brit.
You know what's funny though is that so your mom said that to you, right?
Mhm.
I love my mom to death. I love her so fucking much. But I didn't really have a real relationship with mom until just recently. Like a real relationship where I
Mhm.
could call her, text her, all this type of shit. Like we hang out, do all this shit. And I think my mom is learning who I was before now. Like my mom knew I fucking did graffiti. My mom knew like the type of people I was running with, this, that, and the other. And I think that's why we didn't have a relationship, right? But she's learning the type of man that I am now, and how much I love and how much I cherish the people that are around me, and this, that, and the other. But she knows, like, ain't nobody gonna fuck, like, nobody's gonna fuck with me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she's heard about from other people. She's heard about fights I've almost got into, and this, that, and the other, and how I've held my own in certain situations. She's seen certain shit that she shouldn't have to see. Um, and I think she's grown a little bit of respect for me in that manner as well, right? Like I she raised me. My mom raised me, but she wasn't like the standpoint in my life. She wasn't the the role model in my life per se. You know what I mean? For a very very long time. So her morals and my morals maybe don't align perfectly, but now like her seeing where I'm at and how I move in certain ways and why I do certain things, I think has given her a newfound perspective on how somebody can be. And
Mhm.
it scares me sometimes because I don't think she doesn't know a lot. I've told her stories about things that have gone on in like, especially in the graffiti world and gang world and shit that I've done in my past. But sometimes telling her those stories, I don't think she really understands. Her son's been through some
Yeah.
shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's scary as a father to look at too, because I don't want my son to go through half the shit that I went through,
Mhm.
half of it.
Yeah. When I tell my mom
I know
addict,
he's going to.
when I tell my mom some of the stories of like when I was an addict, you know what I mean? She's like, she just says, "Lord, baby." She just every time, "Lord, baby." And it's like, yeah, I don't think I had like the closest relationship with her, especially not until like my dad passed away. We hit a certain level of like understanding and all these things, and then once me and Sydney broke up, we hit another level. You know what I mean? Because it was like we could relate on more stuff. You know, and I think even there's a certain level of loyalty because I don't think every child and parent relationship holds that. You know, some parents turn their backs on their kids or their kids turn their backs on their parents and stuff. And there's a lot of weird relationship in that. But I am glad though, you know, to kind of touch on that. I am glad that I have the relationship with her, you know what I mean, that I do now. And it does, you know, kind of make me more candid to the idea of like, fuck, my son's going to do these similar things. I need to be prepared and be there ready to field it when it happens. You know, I hope it never happens, but if it does, you know, I need to, you know, just be there and be not I don't want to say not judgmental, but not
Well,
judgmental.
I think in that case, and the way that I want to raise Peanut is that I want him to be smart enough to know the situation at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mom, when I was in high school, she always told me like, if you're ever drunk, I don't want you to get into the car with a drunk driver and this, that, and the other, this, that, blah, 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 blah. But I never like, not that I ever got into the car with a drunk driver. I mean, I probably did, but I never like really wanted to call my mom to pick me up. Whereas I want Peanut to be able to be like, I can call my dad to pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck are you guys doing getting drunk? This, that, and the other, wooty wooty woo. And that's how I always thought that my mom would react. But knowing my mom, like learning more about her, that's not how she would have reacted. So I want to give my son that compassion, that love, and that understanding that that's not how I'm gonna react. I'm gonna chat with you about it. We're gonna talk about what the like your studies need to be on point.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't out here, you know, shotgunning for locos and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you're a good kid, bro, like I want to make sure you're doing the right shit. You ain't putting shit up your nose. You ain't taking shit from strangers. You want to drink a couple beers? Cool. You can drink a couple beers with me at home.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't out here showing out for the birds. We ain't doing that. Let's be about our shit. Let's be proper. But if you or your friends fuck up, call me, man. Call me because I will come and pick your ass up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I never want Peanut to be. I know he's gonna, bro. I know he's gonna do this shit. We're in such a different era. These kids are doing way more. These kids are putting alcohol up their ass.
Jesus, butt
Did it
chuck.
yesterday.
You think how big you think from here to here is?
That's definitely
4 inches.
That's definitely what I'm packing.
If you look in my eyes, that's 6 inches, bro. That's 6 inches for sure.
yeah, bro, 100%. That's honestly too big, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I want to know who looked at the other person and is like, we're gonna stuff it. We're gonna stick the bottleneck in there and just see what happens. And then they got
Yeah,
fucked.
they must have been so fucked up beyond belief that they got bored
I
of
thought you were gonna say
drinking
yeah.
alcohol. No. Hey, maybe. But also just like so bored of drinking that like, dude, this is so lame. Let's just turn it on its head. And the guy was like, oh shit, literally? And then they just started butt chugging.
That's
Let's
not
get more drunk. Yeah, that was on Jackass. Steve-O did that shit. He did a couple beers,
That's
threw his
crazy.
ass through a beer bong. That shit was
That's
funny as fuck. Bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, who was the first person who was like, guys,
You get more drunk up your ass.
butt chug, like you know, like guys, you know, like smoking weed out of an apple. Who said, you know what? If I poke a hole through it right here and poke a hole through it right there, I can smoke some weed out this.
Yo, I'm
I've done
convinced
apple,
those
potato, carrot. I've done damn near every fruit vegetable you could think of.
kids, bro, they could be engineers. If they weren't fucking smoking so much, they could be fucking high level engineers, okay?
What if they are engineers now?
Some of them are.
Oh yeah, some of them might be.
Some of them are.
A lot of them
Elon
aren't,
Musk smoking weed,
but
dude.
some of them might be. But yeah,
Water depository is the quickest way to hydrate somebody. That's probably how they figured it out.
Wow.
So some fucking dorks who know about anatomy were like, "Yo, listen, this is the best way to hydrate."
But if you're ever dehydrated, put a fucking water pill up your ass.
Put an Arrowhead 24-liter and just take a little baby nipple and just doop.
All you have to do is take a fucking what's that water IV? What is that shit called?
IV drip.
Liquid IV. All you gotta do is take the liquid IV powder, bro. Open up the asshole and just sprinkle that shit in.
Like,
Yo, I have so many of those, bro. They were on sale.
Yo, can you bring me some?
Yeah, you want some?
Can you bring me one tomorrow?
gonna stuff it up his ass.
What flavor you got? Yeah, I'll put it in my ass. You gonna be like, yo, you gonna put this in your water? No, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Put this in my ass.
This is strawberry.
God, dude.
All right, I'm down with strawberry. Put one in your bag so you can bring it to me tomorrow.
I got you.
Yo, tomorrow let's go get sushi.
All right.
Whatever, dude. You guys fucking have all these cool fucking lunch dates and shit. Hanging
Dude,
out.
we've been hella lame. We do like meal prep now, and it's like kind of lame.
I ate ground turkey and rice.
Yeah, bro, it looked depressing.
Fuck that.
I had a burrito.
I'm trying to lose this weight I gained, dog. I'm trying to look like you.
The gym.
I'm trying to look like you, my boy.
The gym? It
The
comes
gym.
from the kitchen too, bro. Abs are made in the kitchen.
True. And based. I've been running. I ran today.
Running's good.
Did you?
Running's good. Running's good
Yeah.
to trim down. Yeah. Watch your posture.
Bro, it takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes to do what?
A mile.
You think I could run a mile in 10 minutes?
Yes. You don't do it. You don't do it out the gate. You're slow. You do it slow, baby.
It would
Slow
take me
burn.
at least 16 minutes to run a mile.
That's okay. 16. Listen, you got 16 minutes to run this mile, and it's so.
I would be dying.
I was gonna
You'd
say
have
it's
to put
so
a
nice.
fucking water depository in my ass.
Just keep it there while. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Today was a hard run though. I didn't realize. I kind of had to shit.
I can't run in my neighborhood.
Well, you get a treadmill. You're gonna go to the gym. Start. Oh, but you like stairs more than that.
Bro, I just
It was
imagine
fire.
Cisco running with a fucking liquid IV packet like in his ass cheeks, just like flapping like as he runs.
Exhale.
Yeah, do like a butt plug, bro. Just in there. Like, you know what I mean?
That'd be funny.
Leans
Yeah,
over.
I said I'd be with it.
You did say you'd be with it.
Oh my god, that
But-
was
So did you.
visual. Oh, that's a
Cool.
crazy.
Amos said he'd be with it too.
Whoa!
Don't
Wait a second. No,
no,
I said
I
under
record.
very no. I said it under very specific. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I said under very specific circumstances. You said if something accidentally fucking flew in there and you were like, oh, you had the best fucking experience. Then I was like, yeah, if I liked it and some accidental shit happened, yeah, maybe I'd probably be into it. Or I'd be like more open to it. But my conscious like
now that we're
my
online.
conscious self.
Now that we're online.
No.
Now that we're
True or
online.
false? True or false? This is exactly what we talked about. True or false? Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Yup.
I tried to
Jesus.
get you slipping, dog.
Trying to paint me.
Yo,
bro.
Neo
That's wild.
was trying to get me to watch Adventure Time today.
I'm saying, bro. What am I saying? What did I say from day one?
Children.
Listen. I made a whole TikTok about it. You can pass it up. You can live your whole
I
life.
saw it. I saw the TikTok you made. I
You could
liked
li-
the TikTok thing.
Thank you. Now watch the fucking show. Fuck you.
What is it on?
You can watch it on HBO.
Yeah.
HBO Max. Watch it there. But there's
I
that.
promise you. I'll make a promise to you right now. My loyalty stance is strong.
Wow. Oh, what's about to happen?
I will put Adventure Time on when we get off the podcast when I lay down.
Now I will say, I love the show. I know where it has its faults. There's
Don't do
filler
this. Don't do this. I
Okay.
literally just said
Watch
I
the
would
show.
put it on.
Watch the show. Watch the show. Watch the show.
And here's my rule. I always give it 3 episodes. If it doesn't catch my
Skip season 1. Skip season 1. Don't do season 1
no,
then.
no. We ain't doing that. If I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
If
okay.
it doesn't catch my attention in 3 episodes, it's fucking whack.
Oh, dude, that's so sad. There's so many
Wait,
good
have you watched The Office?
pieces. I've watched bits of The Office.
No, you need to watch The Office then. If I'm
No,
gonna watch
bro.
it,
No.
you watch The Office.
You can't
Nah,
do this. I've already
fuck
watched
you,
2 of your
fuck
shows.
you.
Fuck you. I've already watched 2 of your shows.
And you've watched 3, and I've
3 of
hit
them.
every time.
Yes, but mine.
Every time I don't.
This
I don't
one's
tell you
going
watch
to.
whack
This
shows.
one's a slow simmer. It's gonna
Go
take some time. You
watch
be
The
patient.
Office. Slow
Be patient.
simmer.
Be patient with the adventure.
Okay, I'll
time.
give it 4 episodes if you
No.
watch The Office.
If
I'll
I
give it
give
4
it the-
episodes if you watch The Office.
I can't watch the whole
give-
Office, and you give me 4 episodes.
You watch 3 episodes of The Office. I'll watch 4 episodes of Adventure Time.
It's not fair,
If
bro.
you-
Because wait,
No,
the
it
only
is
reason
fair.
the only reason I say is because one, it started as a kids show. I will give you that. It did start as a kids show, but now it just evolved. You have to give it time. You have to give it 6 seasons.
So how the fuck do I get you to watch The Office?
You watch the entirety of Adventure Time.
No,
and
fuck
then
no.
you watch
No.
Distant
We ain't
Lands,
doing that shit.
and then you watch Fiona and Cake. Once you watch all 3, then I'll watch 1 episode of The Office. No, I'm just playing. But
You just lost yourself the whole deal.
no.
Nah, I
Give
ain't
it a
watching-
shot.
I'm not watching Adventure Time at all.
All right,
fuck
get
you.
fucked. All right, fuck you.
You get fucked. I was trying to give you an opportunity.
4 episodes then, 4 episodes each.
I think that's fair.
Tonight? Starting tonight? Starting tonight.
I'm not
Starting.
gonna watch it tonight. I'm not gonna watch it tonight. No.
Starting. You don't have to watch all 4
okay,
episodes
yes.
tonight.
I'm not gonna watch 1 episode tonight
Why?
because I'm gonna go to bed.
You are not going to go to bed. You know what? Fuck you. Because every night after the podcast, you go on Instagram. You're fucking active on Instagram, motherfucker. Don't even fucking bullshit me.
I'm not.
You
on
can
Instagram.
watch.
What, Instagram? I don't know if I'm on Instagram. I don't think. I am.
Absolutely, you are.
Nope.
Don't do that to me.
I'm typically like fate.
Don't turn your fucking active on, active off. Shit, motherfucker.
Okay,
I
well,
know-
fuck if you
I
know
know
that
when
I'm
you are.
active. Just for that, I'm gonna be on active till like 12. I'm just gonna leave my phone on fucking Instagram till it dies.
Watch 1 episode of The Office. The pilot.
I'll watch 4. I'll watch 4 episodes. You give me 4 episodes, I'll give you 4 episodes. Okay. The Office, I know is a good show. Everybody raves about it. I just don't care enough to watch it. I know it's a
cry,
good
it's
show.
made me
I
laugh.
know it's such a. But
Wait, what are the 4 things that I made you watch? Ted Lasso.
Severance?
You said was.
Ted Lasso.
Wait, what did you give Ted Lasso out of 10?
I think I gave it like an 8. It was high. It was good. It was really good.
What'd you give Severance?
Severance was like a high 9. That was really good. That was a good
Right.
show. So
Inside.
good.
You watched Inside. I told you to watch Inside.
Inside. What was Inside?
Oh, Burnham. The comedy.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. That was a good like. I was super impressed. Like 8.5. That was really good.
8.5. Okay, and was it the only 3, or did I make you watch one more?
Bo Burnham was I think the last thing that me watch. I guess
So,
Bad Friends
3.
if you want to like throw that in there.
Oh, Bad Friends. Oh, what are we doing? With Bad Friends. Where are we rating that? Bad Friends.
It's cool. It's cool. I feel like the clip you showed me was a high. So the clip that you showed to intro it was high. I was like, this is funny. But after
But you
every episode,
continue to
it's been
listen
cool.
to it.
It's been cool. Yes, it has been cool. I give it a solid 7. It is very cool. It's been in my arsenal now. It's been
Not
in
an
my
8?
arsenal now.
It's got to
Just
be
'cause,
at
like,
least an 8.
It's just the level that you set it up at. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be funny as shit.
Yeah, let me ask you this:
it's
Is
just gotten-
Adventure Time better than Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I've never seen, so I'm not gonna say. What is Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Putch, do you know about this? What the fuck is this?
Yes, Hunger Force.
Meatball and Fry with Shake.
Oh. Yes, I've only seen that
like
in.
the show.
Huh?
Oh Oh my god!
I didn't know.
It's
I didn't
like
know if
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Adults, bro.
I'd say probably better, but that's because I don't know if I really liked the like that. I think
That
maybe it was
humor?
just before my time. Yeah,
That
I
shit's
remember
sweet.
watching it and feeling like, "Oh, I'm a badass, bro. This is on Adult Swim. Holy shit!"
I love Aqua Teen Hunger
Can you
Force.
please get off stream? All right, buddy.
Damn.
It's Samuel. He's fucking.
Okay. Hey, oh, for the record, Severance season 2 is coming out this year.
He said they can't.
2024.
Ooh, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. He said they can't be compared. Samuel, back me up, bro. Adventure Time W show. Back me up, bro. I think he's only seen Baseline as well. So.
I'm ready to see what the fuck they're gonna do with Kang the Conqueror because
I'm
Jonathan
hyped.
Majors
Is
is
out.
innocent.
No, wait.
Oh.
You know what we were
I think
talking
he's out
about
though.
today is that
Yeah, they're talking about doing Doctor Doom now.
Yeah.
here's what we were talking about today is the Harry Potter HBO series.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be good. That's
Bro.
gonna
I'm
be
hoping,
wait,
bro.
Corpse. Wait, hold on. Corpse is a Harry Potter fan. He has a fucking
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, but the Dark
You
Knight-
gotta list. You gotta list them. You gotta list them.
So
Number
can
one-
can I get your top 3 Harry
Okay.
Potter movies?
Ah,
And hold on. Before you say anything, Damo, I guarantee you, the one that's your favorite and the one that's my least favorite is not in his top 3.
Wow, I'd be surprised. Wait, but my favorite is not the one that we talked about. I'll give you the list after. I love that one though.
You said that was your favorite. didn't
No,
you?
no. Because I even clarified it today. But I'll.
So
we'll get
where
to
is that? Where is that one in your top 3 though?
That one is probably at 2.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get to
okay,
it. We'll get
yeah,
to it. Punch.
yeah.
I want to hear your story. I
Top
want to hear
3.
your
Top,
top
3
three.
Harry Potter movies, not books.
Just movies.
how are we judging this? Is it based off its
Your
Pure-
favorite.
Purely
No,
purely
not-
movies.
not accuracy,
Purely movies.
Not accuracy. Well, actually, we can put it an inaccuracy as well because of the fact that that's where I base mine as well.
I don't base it because I didn't read the books. So to be fair, this is where I'm coming from.
That's fair.
But we can base it off the accuracy. So if this is in your top 3, I'm fighting you on site.
No particular order.
No, it has to
But
be in
just
order.
the top 3. No, it doesn't have to be in order, but just
What?
the top 3.
What do you
It doesn't
mean?
have to be in order, but the best 3. Not in
Goblet
order,
of
but the best
Okay,
3.
okay.
Goblet of
Wait,
Fire.
what did it say?
Oh my god, bro!
Good night. Stop right there. Stop it.
Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Actually, hold on. No. Come here.
We are not putting Goblet of Fire number 1.
What is your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Probably part 1.
Sorcerer's Stone?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Trash.
Yeah, that's the big
Shame. Shame. Bye, Dad.
There's no way.
He said
There's no fucking way that you're putting Goblet of Fire in your top 3.
Wait. Say
Yeah,
the top 3. Say the top 3.
easily.
Say the top 3.
Easily. Goblet of Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban, and then
Hot, bro. This list is hot.
If my number 1 is not on there, it's not hot.
I know what my number 3 would be though. I know. If he says it, bro, me and Korpsx, we're just on a similar wavelength right now.
There is no way Goblet of Fire is in your top 3.
yeah, easily.
Mhm.
It is a shit movie in comparison to the book.
See, but I'm not comparing it to the book. So I don't know.
like-
It is absolute shit.
I liked the adaptation, right? I liked the portrayal. I liked the portrayal of Alistair Moody. I liked. There was a lot to it that I liked, but my favorite part was Phineas's portrayal of Voldemort in the fucking cemetery scene. I think
Yeah, that was
The
sick.
only good scene in that movie. That's not enough to make it a number 1 or top 3 movie. Here, okay, listen to me right now, okay? Hold the fuck on. I'm so pissed off at the fact that both of you, like, have you read all the books?
No. Oh,
several
I haven't.
times.
Wow. I feel validated. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. I feel validated. I love you,
I
Pudge.
think-
You've read. Hold on, because Corpse, we're gonna fucking fight, bro. This is absolute bullshit. if you've read every single Harry Potter book, there is no way that you take the longest book in the fucking series with as deep as they went in the Triwizard fucking tournament and tell me that the Goblet of Fire is in your top 3. There's no Sphinx in the fucking movie. There's no riddles. The fucking labyrinth was fucking 4 minutes long in that shit. There's no way that you tell me that Goblet of Fire is the best fucking movie. One of the best movies.
First,
absolute shit.
Almost positive that Order of Phoenix is the longest book, which would have probably rounded out my top 3.
That is the best movie in the Harry Potter series.
It's one of the best because that was the hardest book to read for me, and I think they did the best portrayal with the battle.
The Phoenix was the longest. You're right. You're right about that.
So Triwizard Tournament was a lot to put into one book. Their focus wasn't as much where the book was like this whole thing around the Triwizard Tournament. The movie more went towards like this infiltration, this showing the chinks in the armor of Hogwarts.
Oh, there's no way. Look, Harry Potter. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second.
I'm almost positive the 5th book is the longest.
Hold on. Okay, it is.
Wait, I just want to hear
by 7 hours.
The last
by
one.
7 hours, but
by 7 hours, what? 7 hours of reading time?
Yeah, reading time.
No,
audiobook. So Harry Potter and Order of Phoenix is 257 words long. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire is 190,000 words long.
190,000 words long?
Yeah.
For Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Huh. They must have been printing these books weird.
Why? Look, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, 76,000 words long. Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets, 85,000 words long. Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, 107,000. Goblet of Fire, 190. Order of the Phoenix, 257,000, which you're right, which is the best movie out of the whole series. Half-Blood Prince, 168, and then Deathly Hallows, 198,000, which they split into 2 movies.
Now, Half-Blood Prince was probably the best book. Deathly Hallows was a really good book too. But that one,
I want to hear your last, because you've hit 2 fucking home run hitters. Okay, Butch.
Yeah, no, Goblet of Fire, Prisoner of Azkaban, and then Order of Phoenix. And Order of Phoenix, not in any particular order, because it kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Will determine which books I want to put. I do really like Goblet of Fire just because of its portrayal and its adaptation. I think that original, the opening Quidditch match is exactly how I imagined it as I was reading the book. Not Barty Crouch, but
Wait, which one? Which one?
In Goblet of Fire. Like the stadium, them walking into the stadium.
Oh yeah, that shit was fire. When they got after they took the port key for the first, like the introduction to port keys and the way they went into it was absolutely amazing.
How I imagined it. Exactly.
But what I'm saying is the Triwizard Tournament in itself, the only part they really focused on in that movie was the fucking fight against the dragon, and the dragon flight around the whole castle took the longest out of any Triwizard tournament, any one of the tournaments, the 3 tournaments, and that was absolute bullshit in my opinion. And somebody, bro, you have to understand. I've been reading this shit since I was like in 3rd grade. That's absolute bullshit. They should have made the movie 2 parts. They should have put more in depth on the whole Triwizard Tournament. The way Cedric died was absolute bullshit.
That's how he died in the book, though.
But it wasn't like it was so lackluster. It was lackluster as shit. The only thing that I'll give you, this is what I'll give you about Goblet of Fire. The introduction to port keys, the actual like Quidditch in the World Cup was absolutely amazing. But The fucking ball was bullshit. Triwizard Tournament, bullshit. The introduction of Voldemort, seeing what Voldemort looks like, absolutely amazing. I will not get past that.
You.
That was absolutely
Cool.
amazing.
His portrayal of that Voldemort was insane. He even went on a panel and said that's his favorite line.
That shit.
Ralph,
Good.
he said
But
that's
that movie, there's no way
no. Well, the thing is
it should ever be in anybody's top 3,
So
let alone number 1. Demo.
No, I think
wait.
You're looking at it from a different standpoint from how
That's what Damo keeps saying to me because he says, you read the books. I never read the books.
Okay,
I get it.
That's fair, but from reading the books, and that is one of my favorite books, is you because I think it's 6. I go half.
It is the best book. It's the best book.
I go Half-Blood Prince, I go Deathly Hallows, and then Goblet Fire, and that is again depending on how I feel at the moment.
For books or for movies?
For the books. But for the movie, what they did is they took out. You're wanting more of a focus on the Triwizard Tournament and giving more emphasis on that, to where in the screenwriting they put more emphasis on, here's Alistair Moody. He's a top Or. Harry wanted to be a Or. That was his dream. Like, you know what I mean? And he was deceived. And
he's not even in the movie. Hutch. He's not even in the movie.
Barty Crouch Jr., right, is drinking Polyjuice Potion to beat Alistair Moody. Right?
Correct. But you don't even get Moody until the end of the movie.
You don't get Alistair Moody until the end of the fucking book.
And then when do you see it? That's bullshit. That's the absolute bullshit. You get him in the book, and then when do you get to see him again in the movies? When do you see him again in the movies?
Cisco, Alistair Moody is never in that book. You see him. That is Barty Crouch Jr. Yes. Barty Crouch Jr., who is Alistair Moody, when he first steps into his office and the fucking trunk is rattling, he's like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you what was in there. Right?
Correct. Yes.
You see the actual Alistair at the very end of the book
but you get him again. Again
later on.
And you don't get him again in the movies, is what I'm saying. You see him once more. Everybody takes the Polyjuice, and then he fucking dies.
But you're talking about a different movie and different books. Keep the main thing the main thing. So the fourth book, the
main thing is the main thing. So you can't bring Alistair. You can't talk about Alistair Moody in the book if it's not really him.
I'm talking about
Barty.
Yes, Barty, but he's under the disguise of Alistair Moody.
But it's not him. That is not him, Putch, is what I'm saying. You Cisco, cannot take the portrayal of him.
Right? You're sounding retarded right now, bro. Barty Crouch is Alistair Moody in the movie, and in this book, he is under the disguise of Alistair Moody, right?
Okay, that is not him.
That is one of I know I am saying the same exact fucking thing, Cisco. We know it's not him. It's Barty Crouch Jr. He's in disguise, motherfucker. Damn.
Correct.
Okay. You want to be right so bad that you're not willing
to... what I'm saying is, you're saying that we get him. He's one of the best Aurors, but it's not him. Listen, hold
on. So listen, put your listening ears on. So you have this character.
Oh, he's a little bro to you, dude. I don't know. I don't know.
Moody, right? He's this top Auror, all this shit, right? But he is even deceived and bested by this man, Barty Crouch Jr., who is a Death Eater. So this screenplay, and then you even have Ivan, I can't say his last name, Rokanov. You see his example as a Death Eater. You see actually Severus Snape as a Death Eater. You're starting to see these things, right? You see how Dumbledore is backing up Snape, which sets up the 6th book, right? So you're seeing a lot of these different things. So instead of I think where you would have enjoyed the movie a little more is if they put a little higher of an emphasis on like the Triwizard Tournament and kind of stretching that out a little more. What the screenwriting was really going for was showing the deception of Death Eaters, their actual power, the way that they pulled up to the World Cup, the Quidditch World Cup, the way that Barty Crouch bested Alistair, which we learn at the end of the movie, and then also the fucking graveyard scene. Ivan's involvement with the fucking Triwizard tournament and it being manipulated to allow Harry Potter in, And there was this whole thing of it can't be manipulated. It can't. It's pure magic. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it's setting up the strength of what the Death Eaters really are, which is then
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm agreeing with you 100%. That's why it sets up the movies in a great way, right? Like it shows, and the number one thing which a lot of people don't fucking talk about is Dumbledore's deception in the whole thing, right? Like you have that scene. I don't remember what movies.
That's why it's my favorite. That's why
you have that scene where Snape is talking with Dumbledore, and he says, "So you've set the boy up to be slaughtered like a pig." I think what Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows, Part 1, right? Deathly Hallows Part 1. He says, "You've set the boy up to be slaughtered like a pig." So I understand where you're coming from in the sense that it's setting up the the presence of the Death Eaters, how they've gone up, because Crumb didn't know his whole fucking realm in the fucking thing. He just knew that he was playing Quidditch and being part of the Triwizard Tournament, but he didn't know that his fucking leader was a fucking Death Eater and being part of the whole shit either. So I get what you're saying that, and yes, and that's the same thing that Damien tells me is, as a reader of the books, I may be biased on how the movies come out, but yes, I feel the Triwizard Tournament is such a it's such a prolific part of the whole series. It's a very main part, especially the way the other characters with Flo and everybody who's in the fucking labyrinth. Cedric's in the labyrinth as well. There's so much other shit that goes on in the labyrinth that is not talked about, that needs to be talked about. And that's what I'm hoping the HBO series brings apart. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, bro. I get it. I know you have a Death Eater tattoo. I know you're just as big of a fan as I am. But I'm talking about strictly from the literature. There's so many characters that need to be involved in the making of this HBO series that were not involved in the, like, Peeves needs to be involved. The rest of the fucking ghosts need to be involved in this shit. Like, the rest of the elves need to be involved in this shit, not just Dobby. Like,
I hope they don't.
And Creature.
Hogwarts. I hope they don't touch anything with Hogwarts. They can't. They honestly can't, because a lot of the cast doesn't want to come back.
The rest of the cast in the books, the rest of the people that are in the books, besides, like I said, there needs to be more elves besides Creature and Dobby. There needs to be Peeves. There needs to be more fucking ghosts. There needs to be so much shit that goes into this series to make it good. Like, I hope, because they're talking about making this a 10-year series, like Game of Thrones. There needs to be so much that goes into this than just what they put in the movies.
They need to do a season on. They need to do a season on the other schools, right? Like Durmstrang and all that. They need to do a season on that. They need to do at least a season going into, like, kind of like a Fantastic Beasts almost, where they kind of explore what the Wizarding world actually looks like.
You know what I thought would have been a way better spinoff would have been this was just like a fleeting thought when I was watching, I think I was watching Half-Blood Prince the other day. I was like, bro, we should have gotten a Hagrid movie instead of a Fantastic Beasts.
And that's
Fantastic Beasts is
the
cool,
other thing.
but that would have been so cool to see his, like, evolution and then getting to, like, Dumbledore to, like, finally get the little house near Hogwarts and stuff like that.
Well,
they only talk about Hagrid's past once in the whole movie series.
Yeah,
One
I'm
time.
like, bro,
that's it.
It's so
and then it's in
cool.
Chamber of Secrets, and that's when Tom Riddle goes up, and that's with Aragog, and he says, "Oh, he didn't mean to hurt them, this, that, and the other." And it's a young fucking Hagrid, and then Aragog comes out of the fucking chest and runs away. That's it. You don't hear anything else about Hagrid the whole fucking series. You don't know that he was fucking expelled from Hogwarts. You don't know any of that shit, but they're talk about that in the books, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the type of shit that they need to put into this fucking series that they didn't put in the fucking movies.
Well, there's a fan theory that Hagrid was a Death Eater, low key. There's been a lot of stuff circulating around him. I would have liked it more, but the actor sadly passed away.
Yeah, all right.
So that just makes that adaptation really hard. They need to do the founders of the school.
Well, they also had the other fan theory that Hagrid was more powerful than Tom Riddle, but he wasn't a Death Eater, and that's why Tom got him expelled from the school.
Yeah, that he was of one of the top ranks. I've seen something like that too. Like he was one of the best students. But
And
then
that's why he was able to use his umbrella. That's why he was able to use his umbrella as a wand and not have an actual wand itself.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was another fan theory.
that he's like uber powerful.
Yeah, you guys know the fan theory too about who killed Harry's owl, right?
Hmm.
Hedwig? No. So there's a fan theory that states that in the events of Order of the Phoenix, when they're all flying through the air, and Hagrid is they're all trying to get Harry to safety. Wait, no, that's not Order. That's
Deathly Hallows.
Deathly Hallows. When they're all trying to get Harry back to the Weasley household, and they're all flying through the air and all that shit, and Hagrid gets hit, and he's all they're trying to say that Snape is the one that killed Hedwig to not give away the fact that Snape was with them, so that the Death Eaters could follow them in order to know where Harry was, but not give away the fact of quote unquote where he was. Like it's like some weird fan theory, bro. But there's a fan theory that Snape is the one who killed Hedwig, and there's the fan theory that Snape, when he was headmaster, killed the two other Death Eaters when the spell was cast upon him, and he like retracted it towards them and then shifted away. But yeah, there's a lot of fucking like Snape's story is one of the best stories in the Harry Potter universe.
Tom Riddle's still my favorite. Tom Riddle's origin story, and I hope that they do a season on that. I would like to see, the expansion on his dad and his mom, the love potion, all that shit, and then him, going to school, acquiring, knowledge from Slughorn, building up his following, and then, applying at Hogwarts for Defense of the Dark Arts, being rejected, this curse, all this shit, doing the Horcruxes. I would like to see, you could do like 3 or 4 seasons on that.
The Horcruxes, I would love to see how he learned on how to do that and making them, because
That would be cool.
there's also the tie with Nagini, right, from the Fantastic Beasts series.
She's a maledictus.
Yes, and she was doomed to being stuck as an animal, right? Which I haven't watched all the Fantastic Beasts series. I have no interest in watching them. I'm not a fan of them. I wasn't a fan of the first or second one. But yeah, there is that whole concept as well about how she got stuck as a snake and became a Horcrux for Snape, for Voldemort. That's an interesting thing as well.
I was always curious, and I kind of had a theory that Nagini at one point.
By bringing this up, Damo, I'm just telling
I know. I was like, bro, I kind of gotta, but we could do this as my topic. I'd love to still talk about it. I'm running through the movies right now,
Give us 5 more minutes. Give us 5 more minutes.
But okay.
No, I always thought that she was part human, because there's a lot of times that Voldemort speaks to her in plain English.
Nagini?
Mm-hmm. Nagini.
Yeah. So here's my theory on this, is that he's not actually talking verbally to her.
What do you mean?
He's not talking to her verbally. It's mentally. Because there's times where Harry hears his voice and he's talking to Harry, but there's no way he could be talking to him verbally, because he's nowhere near him.
Well, it was the whole thing when he kills the teacher and he goes, Nagini, dinner. And I was like,
yeah,
why is he speaking in plain English? Like, why wouldn't we hear this in parcel tongue?
But you don't see him saying that. You don't see him saying Nagini dinner. You know what I'm saying? You don't. You never see his mouth wording that.
I do remember reading the book and seeing in most times in the book when they are speaking parcel tongue, they state it. Like in parcel tongue, Harry said this, or in parcel tongue, Voldemort said that. But I would have to reread it. I don't remember it being said that way. Which just always made me curious to maybe there's something, because the Animagus was pretty fucking well explained, and so it made me curious as maybe there's another way. And then once the movie came out, I was like, holy fuck! I was like, oh my god, I was halfway right.
No, she
It's
was
like
stuck. She was stuck. She
yes,
was stuck.
a
He was
magical. It's like
stuck.
a magical blood disease or some shit where.
Yeah, she could no longer transform. She was
Yeah.
stuck as a snake. And Frankie says Snape is a badass. I agree.
Hmm.
I think Snape is the best character in Harry Potter.
A young Snape season played by Adam Driver would be one of the best castings of all time. One of the greatest.
In Fantastic Beasts, you see Dumbledore using that power to talk to Credence. So here's the thing. I think honestly, after watching and reading the books, Dumbledore is low key a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But in the sense of he's just trying to keep the magical world, and keep it at peace, doing what he needs. His loyalty, going back to the topic of the podcast, his loyalty is to the magical world, not to anybody.
Hmm.
But Snape, his loyalty was to Dumbledore, but also to Lily,
Hmm.
and making sure that Harry, you know, was safe. But in the long run, I think that Snape was dumbfounded in the sense of Harry wound up being the one and what he had to do in order to save him.
See, and
Like he was in a crossroads of his loyalty.
and I have a fat theory that I came up with by myself that Peter Pettigrew was assigned to the Potters by Snape because he hated all of them. He hated Lupin, he hated Sirius, he hated James, but there was never a thing about him and Peter Pettigrew. There was never a thing.
What do you mean assigned though? Because he was assigned to the Weasleys essentially.
No,
as a rat.
Peter Pettigrew was assigned to he was the one other person who had knowledge of the location of the Potters. It's when he faked his death, right? Lost his finger, faked his death. He just so happened to end up with the Weasleys, right? That was kind of like just so happened to be chance, you know what I mean? Ended up with this family then who ended up being close to Harry. And there's some people who think like he was kind of planted there because he knew that these kids were the same age and, you know, type of thing, like Death Eater thing. But I think an Adam Driver portraying a young Severus Snape would be an amazing casting.
Absolutely.
And I think that would be 2-3 seasons worth of work right there in itself. They have a lot they can do with the series, and I'm hoping to see it. I'm hoping to see it in it. I want to see the creators of Hogwarts though, the Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, you know, Rowena Ravenclaw. I want to see that. I want to see a movie or a show on that, you know, a season or two, because I think there's a lot to explore. You can see.
I don't think we'll get that though. I don't think we'll get that. I think that may be like a prequel that they'll do after, you know, kind of like how they're doing with Game of Thrones and they did with House of Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll get the origination of how Hogwarts came. I think we're just gonna get Harry Potter in the essence of Harry Potter, and then I think after that we'll get the creation of Hogwarts. But I think that what they have to do with the Harry Potter HBO series to be successful is genuinely take everything of the books and make it a week by week series on in that of itself. Like, let me tell you, when the Hogwarts Legacy game came out, I was so hyped because it was literally everything in the books that I wished for.
You stopped playing.
I did. I stopped playing it because it was so long, bro. It was so long. There was no multiplayer. I just stopped playing with. But I was hype about it. Like, it was good. It was a good fucking game. And not saying that I won't go, because I will go back and play, like, just like Resident Evil. I took like a month off that game and started playing it again. I will go back and finish that game. I'm almost done with Resident Evil. I'm only 2 chapters away from beating the game. I will go back and play that game, but yeah, they need to. They have a lot. I really hope it's not a flop. Really hope it's not.
Me too. Yeah, they can't, bro. They have so much fucking writing on this shit. But
get to sleep, bro.
Yeah, I was
what I'm
about to say,
planning
gentlemen,
to
let's
close it
wrap
out.
this because it's 1:30 for me.
Next week I got the topic. All right.
You gotta call me. You gotta call me twice. You gotta call me twice in the morning.
I got you. I'll have to fucking put an extra alarm right now. Nah, I
Well,
should be fine.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, those who have been enjoying, I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Yeah, this is the usual Tuesday coming to you on a Wednesday because we do what we want around here. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I usually do my weekly sign off, right? And I really like this one. I came across this one. It goes, man who suffers because he takes seriously what the gods have made for fun. So in our
Ooh.
suffering is,
I
you know,
like that.
sometimes we take life a little too serious. Yeah. And though things do require our attention and require, you know, a certain level of dedication and loyalty to it, always remember that the gods of this universe put these things in life for us to enjoy. So through every trial and tribulation, find where we are supposed to enjoy these things, whether it's through growing pains or growing wise. Yeah, take it one day at a time. Yeah, hope you guys have a good day, week, month, year in life. This is Big Corpse. Until next time.
Yo, be safe, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, viewing, subscribing. Whether it be a second, a minute, an hour, the whole thing on the playback, anything that you watched, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next week. Thank you, and thank you to my beautiful gentleman for co-hosting with me. You know,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for my community being a part of this Zeros community, Korpsx community. So much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys tuning in, whether you're listening before or after we go live, whether you were listening back on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you guys get your podcasts. I appreciate you guys so much. As always, you guys stay healthy, stay happy. I love you. Keep smiling. And we will see you guys on the next one. As always, peace.
All right, boys. Love you guys.
All right, boys.